You're listening to the Boxing Coalition.
And it just broke the guy's heart. The guy had nothing left, and he knew he couldn't last another 4 or 5 rounds.
Ricky Wars just smashed his soul.
What it is, let's get it.
Fuck that, get your chest here, nigga. You hear me?
Let's get it.
Go kick his motherfucker.
Get that motherfucker in.
Let's see you do that. Little step back, bang, bang, bang. Little step back, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang. Try and stop it. Bang, bang. Here I come. Bang. You want to throw sometime? Bang.
Body shot. Boom, 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 boom. And go to the body. Kill that body. You took his nuts, now you gotta take his heart.
Yeah, take his whole soul away.
Yeah, get out of here, Dale. I'll see you later. Fight someone's predator. Get out of here.
He was higher than a motherfucker. I'll tell you, he was stoned as fuck.
No, it's only a majority decision if there was an even score. There's no even score here. You're an official, right? You're an official of the state. Well, then you don't understand how to score.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. The crowd here on Fuego.
He's ready to be whooped, man. He's ready to be whooped. He's ready to be whooped.
Costa stopped it. Wow, that is going to be controversial.
But you really liked to stand toe-to-toe with him in the 12th round, even if you thought you won the fight. It was on. Did you like that? I love you.
Hello, and welcome to the Boxing Coalition, a place to discuss anything boxing. We have a rotating panel of hosts that consist of Chemo, Mao Alpha, Cam, Daniel Lim, and MV Chu. If you want to have your say, call in on Skype. Just add Box Coalition and get involved in the show.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Boxing Coalition. My name's Cam. Joining me tonight are MV Chu and Ari Gold Boss. How's it going, fellas?
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. Very good. Sound.
No, I'm good, man, I'm good. We had a bit of boxing this weekend. We had the Germany card. I just watched the Klitschko fight. I didn't watch any of the undercard. And we had the card in Ireland, which was a bit of a letdown personally. But let's jump into the Klitschko fight against Kubrat Pulev in Germany. Ari, I'll start with you. What do you think of the fight?
It was better than expected. Respect to Vlad, I have to say, even though I don't really like him and I shit on him and I hope he loses, but he impressed us for a rare occasion. I can say that. With Pulev, I thought it would be a closer fight than that, even though I got excited in the first round because he rocked to Vlad. It looked like Vlad stumbled a bit off a jab, and I got excited obviously, and then less than 20 seconds after that incitement, Pulev's on the ground, and I didn't even see the punch first time. I actually didn't even know what hit him. It looked like it was a left hook, and the left hook was the reason he won the fight. It was just landing every time he threw it, basically.
No, I think Pulev didn't know what hit him.
I'm sure he didn't. But when Vlad realized the left hook was landing every time he threw, he banked on it, and it worked, because Pulev didn't adjust at all. Pulev stood, I don't know what Pulev was really doing, to be honest. He stood in front of him with both hands up, like he's got a stick in his hand trying to prod him or something. I don't think he moved the whole fight. Except for when he was getting clinched. I don't know, man. Pulev, it was a weird fight, but it was entertaining. I don't think I've ever said that before about a Vlad fight.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The atmosphere was excellent. Just off air as we were talking, MVG was talking about the entrance. I just really enjoyed that, digital, for both of them as well. Like the Pulev entrance with the Cobra, and obviously Vlad's entrance. The digital effects were excellent. I've not really seen anything like that for a boxing match before. But Chu, what did you think of Pulev fight?
I mean, I was, like Ari, I was really excited, watching the fight. Not because Pulev was any good, it was just because, Klitschko just steamrolled the guy, and there's something about heavyweight boxing that just makes you pay attention to it. And any punch can end at any time. But that left hook that he kept on landing, it was a thing of beauty, man. I mean, you've got to be impressed by Klitschko. He's just, I hate to say it, man, he's turned into a beast. All he's doing is eating antelopes you know, he's not fucking really getting any kind of challenge. The only guy he's really faced that could beat him was David Hay. I mean, he's been beaten in the past, but in recent years it's been David Hay. But the only reason people were wanting to see the Pulev fight was because Pulev was more or less the same size. But these guys are technically not on Klitschko's level. Like, you knew what was going to happen. The ring entrance, like the entrance to the ring was like the most surprising thing to me, because you didn't know what was going to happen with that entrance, man. That was fucking badass. But like Gary said, just to wrap it up, that fucking the fight itself was, you know, was exciting. Everybody got what they wanted. He could have ended that in the first round, you know. But after the second knockdown, which was just a kind of a flick, he let him survive. I think he just let him survive. He wanted to give the fans a couple more rounds.
Yeah.
And then he went on. No.
Right before the knockout, didn't Pulev hit him with his best punch of the night, of the fight?
He did, man. He did.
What was the punch? I can't remember what the punch was.
Oh, it was a right hand, I think.
Yeah, because again, I got excited. I thought Klitschko was on his way down. And then literally less than 5 seconds later, Pulev's knocked out on the floor. It was just like, Vlad got hit with that punch. He's like, you know what, that's enough of that. I'm not too sure about this chin of mine, so let me just get him out of here.
Yeah.
That's why I saw it, because it was funny, man.
It's like
5 seconds later, the guy's on the floor knocked out after landing his best punch of the whole night.
It sounded as if Pulev had more fans in the arena than Klitschko did.
Yeah, Klitschko was getting booed. Maybe the Bulgarians came over, and I don't know if the Germans like Vlad. I don't know. They might not like him. Maybe maybe it's like a Mayweather thing where they go there to see him lose.
I don't think he's going to lose for a long time.
Well,
all the best fighters living in Germany these days, huh? Klitschko, Triple G.
Yeah, but Triple G moved over to
he's moving to Cali full time?
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah.
I don't know, man. Green cards are getting tough around here.
Yo, my boy Kevin Horns jumped on the line. He's got to go soon. So, Kev, what do you think of the fight?
I didn't like it. I mean, to me, it was kind of like the Mayweather-Maidana fight, the type of holding that was going on. Like, the two arms fully extended, grab you over the shoulders and pull you into me. Like, it's disgusting. But I didn't have anything better to do. I'm a loser, so I stayed home and watched the whole fight, and he caught him a couple times. Usually you get 3 knockdowns and a knockout in 5 rounds, and you can't be like, wow, it was a boring fight, but that seemed how I kind of felt. But Pulev seemed tough. He just knew, I think he knew right away, damn, there ain't shit I could do.
Yeah. I disagree with you, Kev, but, like, I was excited for the fight. The way that he got up from listen, I agree, wait a minute, I agree with what you're saying about the holding, but every heavyweight fight, like most of them, what I see, there's a lot of holding. I just think it's just a way for these guys to not gas out and not get hit. It's just, this is like the new style of heavyweight boxing. It's just evolved.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not 260 pounds, you know what I mean? It's tough to say how I'd react in there if I was, you know?
People love to talk great about Emmanuel Stewart, rest in peace. I'm not going to talk shit about him, but man, he's got a lot to blame for this, to be honest. Just fucking holding and hitting shit.
Well, he took the 2 guys that were considered to be, you know, world-class caliber guys with questionable chins with Lennox and Vlad, and basically turned them both to be unbeatable, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know, I guess that's what had to be done, but Lennox didn't hold this much.
Yeah. You're right.
He?
No,
he didn't.
He did hold. Man, his jab was so good that he didn't need to hold.
And I think Klitschko's jab is just as, maybe not as good as Lennox, but he's got a very good jab. He just don't use it enough, and Vitaly uses the jab all fight, and Vlad barely ever uses it.
There was a myth that Lennox Lewis had a bad chin, man. His chin was a lot better than fucking...
yeah, you know, he got dropped by 2 big punches walking in. What do you say? That's a lottery punch. You can't hit the lottery twice. That was the best bet I ever put down. I was like, Lennox Lewis is almost even money against Rahman in a rematch. Once he said you don't hit the lottery twice, that was an easy bet.
Yo, fucking Rahman. like you said, he won the lottery, but, you know, he went bankrupt quick. He got taxed for that. He got taxed for that.
Yeah, but that's all I got on this fight, man.
I chew you're typing loud.
You got some loud ass typing, Chew.
Nah, guys, it's my breathing, man. I'm trying something like an experiment.
What, you're not going to breathe, you're going to type?
Yeah. I'm like, David Blaine, I'm going to see if I can go through the whole show with breathing, man. I'm going to get my headset, guys. I'll just be 2 seconds.
Alright, no worries, Chew. While you're away, Kev, I know you got to go soon, so we got some upcoming fights. I don't want to get it too soon, but yeah, we got Pacquiao, Algieri, and we also have Bellew, Cleverly. Like, what's your thoughts on that quickly before you go?
I like the Cleverly Bellew fight too. I want to see that. I'm pumped for that fight. I think that fight's going to be on Wealth over here, no?
Yeah, AWE, Wealth.
Didn't you sent that to me, that link or something that it was going to happen over here?
Yeah, that's what I read on the Boxing Scene a few days ago, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be hyped. I'm hyped for that fight. I think Cleverly's still the better fighter. I think Bellew's a bigger guy, but I don't know, man. From the way he's acting, it seems like Cleverly's more sure of himself, and Bellew's a spoiled brat type of acting too. So I don't know. It looks like Bellew's trying to contrive all this shit and talk himself up into something that he's not. And so I like Cleverly in that fight. And I think I wasn't feeling well this weekend. I was in bed pretty much. I watched all that stuff they had on HBO with Pacquiao and Algieri, and I don't know. I watched the Bradley Pacquiao fight and then the Algieri Provatnikov fight back to back, and after that, I feel like the towel's coming in round 7 or round 8. The towel's coming in for Algieri.
I know it's an obvious question to ask you, Kev, but do you think the eye is going to be an issue? Like, the way his eye blew up against Ruslan, do you think it's going to blow up again?
Yeah, well, I actually heard that when I brought up the fact that he brought in a couple weak sparring partners before I guess Zab started working with him, that I heard rumors that supposedly the eye wasn't fully healed yet, but you know, how do you turn down, $1.5 million pay when your biggest purse was, a tenth of that? You know what I mean? So that I wouldn't be surprised. I seen my boys cut, and it took forever to heal, and they fought on the same night. You know what I mean? And Sean's fighting 2 months later, a month and a half later. So I don't know. It was a different type of injury, but still, I don't know. Your skin doesn't seem to heal that quick. I think it could be an issue for sure. And I don't know, man. That's Pacquiao's left hand could be coming in on that right eye too. So, and
okay.
I just saw a lot. Like we give a lot of credit for Algieri for his movement and his jab and all that, but I saw a lot of times where he got caught on the ropes, and a lot of times where he squared up and then would spin out and stuff like that. So he gave Provatnikov opportunities, but for whatever reason he wasn't really throwing as much. Maybe he was just too comfortable and he thought he had the W. But we all know, Manny's going to jump in, throw 3 or 4 punches, and jump out in those opportunities.
Chew, you're going to ask Kev something?
Yeah. Like, listeners to the show will know that Kev's boy, Sean Monaghan, was he not sparring George Groves' next opponent?
Oh, no, that was a while ago they worked together.
So they've sparred before?
Yeah, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, I'm not sure exactly. A year and a half ago, something like that.
Was he any good? I know you can't say these kind of things, like...
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, Sean was a lot bigger than him, you know what I mean? So, but Sean said he's a tough kid. He's real tough. He's strong, and he's always in sick shape. But you know what I mean? I would think, Groves is a level above,
Cool.
It remains to be seen. But it's tough when Sean's sparring him and he's probably 25 pounds bigger than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, Sean off season, off weight, is about 190. This guy closer to 168, and then, he's getting closer to weight for a fight. He might be around 175. You get somebody 20 pounds bigger than you, it's a big difference.
Well, I just think that George Groves is going to get protected from here on out.
Yeah, I think there's the vulnerabilities out there. I mean, I already threw George Groves out, and I'm on to Eubank Jr., so.
Kev Horn switches quite easily. But Kev just...
Yeah, I'm a switch slider. I did, pause.
Mega pause.
I jumped over on the Eubank. I saw the Team Eubank hashtag sweatshirt. I'm looking for it. I can't find it nowhere.
Hey, Kev, you don't want that. You don't want it, man.
Kev's gonna cut one of them.
At least wait until after the fight. You don't.
Nah, man. I get on the train before, and then if they win, I stay on it. If they lose, I get right off. You saw what happened, bro.
Kev, the train looks like it's derailing at the first stop, Kev. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't throw many punches, does he, man?
Well, if you want to get into it, I don't know if the listeners saw it or if Cam, you saw it. I saw like a 10-minute video of Eubank sparring. He was sparring for the media.
I forget what YouTube channel it was. I think it was Seconds Out.
I think it's Seconds Out. Yeah, Seconds Out.
Yeah, they had like 4 videos. Him warming up, him hitting the heavy bags, him hitting, and him sparring for like 20. He sparred for like 20 minutes. They showed like 5 rounds. Yeah,
it was like 10 minutes, I think. But the sparring partner wasn't that good. But no, it's 20 minutes actually. I got it right here. But in my opinion,
he like 6 rounds live.
The sparring partner didn't look good, and Eubank didn't really look good. I don't know. Maybe guys might say I'm a hater because I've been kind of I'm not really on the Eubank shit. But
no, I noticed that.
He looked sloppy.
Especially the first 2 rounds, he didn't do a fucking thing.
Offensive wise, he looked quite good, but defense, he was getting caught by things I would think he wouldn't really get caught.
I noticed that. He got caught with a lot of shots.
When you're versus someone like that, you know what I mean? That's what I see.
That's mind games to me. I think, no, seriously, I think
I wouldn't put it past Eubank Sr. if they're gonna put public sparring sessions out that he wasn't going hard and they weren't trying to show. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's letting Billy Joe Saunders look at that and think, oh, I can get this.
What'd you call him? The Sith Lord? What'd you call him? Eubank Sr.?
The Sith Lord?
Yeah.
Darth Vader?
Yeah, man. He was just hanging over, just chilling in the corner.
The thing, there was like I posted in the Mixler chat, there's like a great link on the Daily Mail website, and Chris Eubank Sr.'s got a great quote in the article. He basically says that hardship resonates with you, or hardship resonates with me. It catapults you. Basically, there's like the story of Chris Eubank Jr. I wasn't aware that Chris Eubank Sr. put his son up in the States. He put his son up for adoption with a stranger. Yeah. Like he met a woman once. And then he said to this woman, could you take my 2 sons up for adoption? And then they came back 2 years later.
And they met that woman on a plane. From what I heard, they met that woman on a plane.
Well, it says in the article they met in a hotel lounge.
Oh, okay, I might be wrong then. I heard it was a plane.
It's the same kind of shit, you know? That is...
Fucking Eubank Sr.'s out of his mind. he's fucking straight nuts. He's shit crazy.
Yeah. I read that article earlier today as well, and apparently he left them for like 2 years and only came to see them once. It was him and his young, Eubank Jr.'s younger brother. Both of them went. And then they were sparring in Vegas, I think, during that time, and in the amateurs of Vegas.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate on their family life, because, I mean, I'm past that stage. I might have done that in the past, but, like, apparently Chris Eubank Sr.'s wife divorced him like a year before all this shit happened. And from the sounds of the article, and I'm speculating, it doesn't sound as if Chris Eubank Jr.'s mum went out to see them or any of that shit. So even though Senior's been like a bit of a cunt to like his sons, he must have some kind of charisma that the sons gravitate to him rather than the mum or the mother. It's just that Senior style, man. He's just got that fucking gravitas. When you talk, you listen. When he's got that style, that charisma. Like, he could end up being a great trainer.
Well, when you put guys to sleep for a living, you generally carry that with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every kid thinks their father is the biggest, toughest guy in the world, you know what I'm saying? Except his father was really knocking people out for fucking 15 years.
Exactly, I mean...
my dad was a cop who never had to pull his gun, really, you know what I mean? I still thought he was the baddest dude around. This guy's father was actually cleaning people's clocks for 15 years.
Eubank Sr.
And like, you're always gonna resonate as a son with your father when it comes to that.
It was just the way that was done. It was just... Like, Junior went up to Senior when he was 15 and says, okay, I really want to do this. And then the senior says, nah, you're not tough enough. So he kept doing it for a year. And then the senior basically just said, alright, if you're going to do this, you need to do this right. And then fucking left him for dead, pretty much, in the States. And, look at him now, he's fucking flying. Tough love, man.
Guys, can I jump in?
Of course.
Kev, any other things you want to discuss before you get off? I know I want to give you a bit of time because you're one of the family. So
No, I'm good, man. Wasn't much going on. I'm probably gonna come back in and listen a little later.
All right, no
between
problem,
class.
Kev. All right, let me get to the phone lines.
Jose, it's all about the sexy name.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Jose!
Hey boys, what's going on?
Jose!
Hey Jose, we can hear the I-95, man.
Yeah, I'm on the highway, boys. You'll have to forgive the noise here, but
that's not too bad.
I'll try to keep. It's all good, man. Hey, I just wanted to call in and give my take on the Pacquiao fight. It's coming up, right? It's this weekend, right?
It is indeed.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Yep, 22nd.
Oh.
Who you got, bro?
Oh, I think it's Pacquiao by demolishment, man. Like, I just don't see what everybody else sees in Algieri, man. Like, the guy had one good victory.
Jose, you still there? Jose?
Yo, boys, sorry about that shit, man. Last time. Yeah,
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, this guy's going in and he's fighting against, Pacquiao. We think he's gonna give one of the world's greatest boxers, like, an amazing fight and might even beat him. And really, he hasn't really done all that much to deserve it. I see him kind of like as a Mauricio Herrera type of fighter, a guy who's a B-level boxer at best. And, I just don't see it, man. Like, and if he truly beats Pacquiao, then Pacquiao to me is done. Because if Pacquiao loses to a guy like that, then it's over, man. You might as well just give it up because Algieri is not the real deal, in my opinion.
I totally agree, Jose. I'm on your side. I think, even like you mentioned a bit earlier, I think it might be a bit of a demolishment. I think he'll be able to stop him maybe late, or maybe his eye will blow up and the corner will stop it, or the doctor will stop it. But I personally can't see it going 12 rounds.
Yeah. I hope not, man. I hope Pacquiao's in there quickly and just takes him out, man. And I think it's just been a total lack of respect for Pacquiao, I think, man. Like, if Algieri was fighting Mayweather, would people be giving him the same opportunity to beat him? Pacquiao, I think, man. Like, if Algieri was fighting Mayweather.
Jose, I think you're gone again, Jose.
Yeah, bro. Anyway, I don't want to ruin the quality of the show here, man. So I'll just go back on mute and I'll just listen, alright? If you need to hang up on me, that's fine too.
No problem, Jose.
Alright, boys.
Take care.
Take care.
Ari, are you back?
Yeah, I got kicked off.
Yeah, there's Skype's playing up a bit today. But Chew's not come back on. So Chew, if you're listening, just jump back on. You might need to re-add that phone call. But I'm trying to get Monocle on the line. But while we're getting Monocle on the line, going back to Saturday, Ari, I know you kind of skimmed through any of the Ireland fights. Did you see the stoppage of Matthew Macklin?
I saw like 2 rounds, but yeah, I saw the knockout. It was beautiful counter. And I liked it, to be honest. And I was quite happy to see him lose, to be honest, again, as well.
I went for the obvious choice in the prediction league, thinking, I looked at the guy's record. I thought, yeah, he's got some losses. Macklin's in Ireland. It's his first big show with Hearn. He'll probably either win hook by crook, Yeah,
that's what I was expecting. Because obviously Heiland, before this fight, he never really shown any kind of power. So I thought, even if he did do good, you get robbed, because Macklin hasn't looked good since he got knocked out by Triple G. Well, to be honest, he hasn't really looked good since he got robbed versus Sturm. But I still went with him because I knew if he loses, his career's really done, and they're trying to push for him to fight Cotto. So I knew if he went to the cards, he must really get it. But it didn't happen. He just looked like he gassed out to me, and then he was running on empty.
Definitely. I have a new caller on the line. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Is it Milo or Milos?
It's actually Milos or Milos.
Milos. Apologies for pronouncing that wrong. How you doing, my friend? Are you from Serbia? I read on Skype.
Yes. I'm calling for the first time. So and excuse me for my bad English if something is wrong.
No, your English would probably be better than MV Choose, to be honest. So don't worry about your English. But how did you hear about the show? How did you hear about the coalition?
To be honest, I first am I in?
Yeah, you're on the line now.
Because I'm hearing some voices in the background, so but I guess it's not a problem. So okay, I first heard about the Boxing Voice a couple of days and joined their channel, and yesterday I heard about this channel, so I'm here. I'm pretty much new to these things, so I'm not sure how they actually work, but I'm getting, I think, used to it.
Cool. But what fights do you actually want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the Klitschko-Pulev fight?
Yes. I want to talk about the Klitschko fight. I think it was a good fight. Pulev was obviously a worthy opponent, way better than Alex Liepai, and maybe not actually better than Povetkin, but it was a way more exciting fight. I think that Pulev's jab surprised Klitschko a little bit. He wasn't expecting to see the opponent with almost as good jab as he has, and Pulev, I think, had some success early. He caught him with a good jab that Klitschko didn't see. Then I think Pulev got a little more aggressive. Klitschko, he almost routinely got his way out of the trouble by clinching, which was smart, of course. And he caught him with a left hook, which it changed the course of the round and ultimately knocked Pulev out. So I thought that Pulev was on his way to recover in the second round. Then in the third round it was pretty much the same story until he got caught again. First it was a huge right hand, I think. Then it was another left hook. And he had again a pretty good round in the fourth round. Pulev, he had again some success, but Klitschko caught him again. He was just defenseless against that left hook, so it pretty much cost him the fight. That's what I wanted to say.
No problem. That's a good breakdown. What did you think of? We were discussing it earlier. What did you think of Pulev's stance and his wide arms, like the way his arms were in perfect position to block the straight right hand?
I think that Pulev's defense is based on the most part of his good reflexes, and I knew that wouldn't be good enough against Klitschko, because against I'm sorry, I just hear myself in the background.
I think you need to, you know the web page where you have the chat open, where the Mixler chat, where everyone are talking in the chat. I think you need to mute that page. At the top right hand corner, there's a little volume thing and it says like number 6. If you take that to 0, then I don't think you'll hear yourself.
Okay, it's better now. Thank you. It's better now.
No problem.
What did you ask? I forgot for a second. Yes, against about Pulev's defense. Yeah, I think he usually wouldn't fight that way against the shorter opponents, but Klitschko was bigger than him, and it just turned out that Pulev, I think he was static a little bit, and Klitschko was moving way better than him on foot, and it made Pulev look static. Yes, he had. I think that he was planning to try to out jab Klitschko and then catch him with some huge shot that Klitschko doesn't see. I think that was Pulev's plan, and I was also positively surprised to see Klitschko jabbing to the body. Yeah.
Nice. And we've also got Pacquiao versus Algieri, and a fight that's quite big in the UK, Tony Bellew versus Nathan Cleverly. Have you got any thoughts on that?
Regarding Pacquiao and Algieri, to be honest, I didn't watch Algieri against Provodnikov. I watched, I think, 4 rounds and some highlights. I'm not. He looks to be a boxer type.
Yeah.
Boxing from the outside, but I don't think that he has the skills, the pacing, and actually the boxing knowledge to defeat Pacquiao. I think that Pacquiao will get to him during the fight. I can't make any predictions because I really didn't see much of Algieri, but it looks to me, in my opinion, that he's out of his league against Pacquiao. And regarding Cleverly and Bellew, Cleverly, I watched him only against Kovalev. Yeah, I think Kovalev turned out to be too much for him, but he showed some toughness, and I just don't know much about Bellew. He's the guy that fought Stevenson, right?
Yeah, he fought Adonis Stevenson last November in Canada.
Yeah, I think I watched the fight, of course, because of the rivalry. For the similar reason, I'll watch the Eubank Jr. and Billy Joe Saunders. But I honestly don't know much about either guy.
No problem. So I just thought, in case you had any thoughts on, because you're the first time caller, I thought it'd give you a bit extra time, but that's no problem. Don't worry about it.
If I can, I'll just add about Kell Brook.
Yep.
I think against Porter, he fought a beautiful fight as far as I'm concerned. I think he lost some rounds to Porter. Porter won some rounds. He tried to rough Kell Brook out, but Kell he clinched when he needed to clinch. He frustrated Porter. He got him out of his element, and I think I wouldn't say it's schooled him, but he has done just what he was supposed to do. He showed to be a true world class, in my opinion.
That's an excellent breakdown, my friend. Thank you for calling. Make sure you call again in the future.
Thank you.
Take care, Milos.
Just not sure how to... okay, thank you.
Yes, okay, I'll end it. Got my boy, Leon, aka Monaco 78, the king of the Predictions League this weekend. What's happening, Monaco?
How you doing? You good?
Hey, Monaco, you gonna share them cheat codes? I didn't know Mal gave them out.
I'm on hot streak, Harry. I'm on a hot streak.
Are they on torrents? Where do I find them? Pirate Bay?
No. I let my wife pick the fights. We were on holiday.
But
no, I got lucky a bit there, but yeah.
We'll get back to the Predictions League in a bit.
Yeah,
what fights did you catch this weekend?
I saw the Klitschko, as we can now call him, and I caught Macklin today. I just got back from holiday today, and I'm just watching Cal Yafai now.
Cal Yafai beat a guy up for 12 rounds.
He looks a beast, doesn't he?
Yeah, the body shots, man. I like his body shots.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be good. I've got him to beat Butler now.
Nah, man, like Butler's my boy, man. I don't know about that, you know.
I'm down with that voice.
You know what though? That'll be I know we got promoter issues, but that will be a amazing fight.
Yeah, I know. Yafai used to beat him up in amateurs. I heard as well.
He's a monster at the weight, isn't he? Looking at him now, I'm watching it now, like 8 rounds in. He just looks so big at the weight.
How long do you think he can stay there though? Because like you said, he's so big at the weight.
Butler and then move on. That's what I think.
The thing is though, Butler would have to move to Eddie Hearn, really, innit? They'd have to get him.
Have to.
No, we might get it on a mandatory. Because if because if the plan Butler wins the IBF, and I think that's the route that Yafai's going. That's what Hearn's planning on.
Eddie Hearn always goes IBF if he can, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And then he'll go purse bid, and I don't really see Hearn losing a purse bid.
Nah, not with this kid. He's not gonna do like a rider and let him go on the Nation.
I've always liked Yafai because I remember I seen all his fights from his debut a couple years ago, I think it was.
He was out for like 9 months with injury as well, wasn't he?
That's setting back. That's what's setting back. Really, they want him. He should be at world level now, but he lost like nearly a whole year off that. I think it was a bicep injury. I remember the fight happened and he threw a hook, and then for like 3 rounds he was fighting with one arm.
Yeah. No, I think he looks really good. What's with that guy's tape though? He keeps coming off like his glove every round. Are they using masking tape?
Maybe.
But Macklin, what do you want to talk about, Macklin or Klitschko?
What? It's up to you. Stick with Macklin because I know Rob Palmer's on the line and he wants to talk about the Ireland card. So stick to Macklin for now, and we can come back to Klitschko.
He looked. How can you gas after 4 rounds like that? When I've watched it, I was a bit tired, but he just looked in such poor shape, didn't he?
And this MGM Marbella shit always getting
they're on a losing
talked
streak
about
now, aren't they?
They're always talking about it like it's some like
Mecca.
Yeah,
it's a party town.
I was thinking of that. What's that thing in Dragon Ball Z? The hyperbolic chamber or something like that.
Yeah.
They always go on like it's some special training. Now I'm a bit wide for Saunders. I'm not
well, Stalker got done, didn't he?
Stalker got done a couple of weeks ago. Macklin is like the head of there.
And they lost the other guy lose as well in that Spike O'Sullivan fight as well.
Well, Fitzgerald's a bum though, come on.
Yeah, but he's one of their boys as well though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he never had a chance.
That was a nice knockout though, that uppercut.
Yeah, brutal.
That was hype, that one. I didn't expect that. I expected obviously Spike to win. I saw that. Someone
I'm just trying to get Chew on the line because he's had some internet issues, so I'm going to call his cell phone.
Yeah.
Or American cell. Yo, Chew.
Yo, what's happening? Are we doing this old school?
Yeah, we're going old school, man. We're going like Blog Talk's prior quality until yesterday, until they did a bit of an update. Ness was sounding crisp yesterday.
How fucking things swinging roundabouts, eh?
Yeah, man. But we're just talking about the Ireland card, so just listening to back to Leon and.
Yeah, but I think Macklin, well, he's gone anyway. It's finished now, isn't it? What can he do? Go down and fight Saunders and Eubank and stuff. But I just think he just jumped ahead of himself. Like, I think he was just thinking, I'll get this guy out of there, and then I'll try and he's so obsessed with that world title, isn't he? He's obsessed with the idea that he is a world-class fighter.
Yeah.
And he hasn't ever really shown it, has he?
Yeah. Just a
He's
stone
shown
fight.
it and he lost.
Just a stone fight.
Yeah, he performed world-class one level and he might have got robbed, but it's one of those things where he just didn't do enough to win it, maybe. Go out there, you gotta try and knock those Germans out to win that stuff.
Yeah, if Andy Lee... I didn't really mind him losing because the way he's been talking in interviews, it's been annoying. And even after the fight, I checked it just to see his interview and he was still talking about world level and it's just a bad night. I just closed it straight away. I just didn't want to hear the rest because if he's still believing that, you know what I mean? And then he acts like he's too good for
that's why Murray hates
other guys. Yeah, Murray don't like him because he never gave Murray his shot. Murray always wanted to fight him for years and he never.
And so now we're going to be in a position. Barker's gone and Andy Lee might be the one to be the world champion.
That was my question, Leon. If Andy Lee loses to Matt Korobov, could you see the All-Ireland showdown in Ireland between them two?
But who wants to see that?
I think
in Ireland they can walk out of a pub and see a fight like that every Saturday night. They don't need to see that.
I think that would be a bit of a demand in Ireland, seriously.
Yeah, maybe, but it's still like...
You know Eddie Hearn will sell shit out of that, so...
I still think Andy Lee might win that, I still think he's got that one knockout shot where he might beat that guy, but...
I'm glad he's at middleweight though, because he looked like shit at 154.
Yeah, that was just Adam Booth trying to be all clever, wasn't it? He likes to be the clever one, doesn't he? Yeah. I'm going to take this boxer and change him and do this to him, and yeah. No, I'm glad he's at middleweight, but it'd be funny if he was the one who ends up as a world champion. When we all saw that, the UK guys all saw that.
The middleweights, the gloves off.
Yeah, gloves off, yeah, exactly. And it's just like, Andy Lee looked like, and you never would have thought he'd be the one that might be, have the belt.
Shout out to
Barker already. Barker already got it.
Yeah. I'm a Barker fan. But Barker's gone now.
Shout out to King J in the chat.
Barker's hips gave up on him, so.
Glass hips.
King J in the chats. Andy Lee is a fucking bum. Shout out to King J. But guys, we got Robert Palmer on the line, and I know he wants to discuss the Ireland card. So Rob, are you there?
Up, guys, you hear me good?
Good, Rob. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. You know what? The thing about Macklin, he's kind of like an 8-round fighter, isn't he? Like, he always gasses out after the 8th round. Like, I think he got stopped by Jamie Moore late, got stopped by Martinez late, and I think he was even up on the cards on that fight. And then the Stern fight, he won the first half of the fight and blew it.
Yeah,
you're right.
So I think it's always like stamina problems with him. I think there's always been rumours like he kind of comes from that, Ricky Hatton school of boxing where like, they train hard but they're out on the piss all the time sort of thing.
Well, then he's only got himself to blame then, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he was a fun fighter, like he was always value for money, like he was never really in like boring fights, but no, I just think...
He never, but the thing about him is you look back and he never won the exciting fight, did he? The big one that mattered.
Yeah, he's a bit like Derek Chisora, isn't he? Like, the big fights is always second best. That's why I always think Barker had his number as well because of the stamina thing, because if you look at Barker, he was a fighter that always came on later in fights as well.
Yeah. I think Barker would have beaten him.
Yeah. It would have been good to have seen that fight. I remember, like, it was supposed to be on that original, Magnificent 7, wasn't it? And then Barker pulled out. I think Macklin pulled out later down the line as well, so.
Yeah, no, Sky fucked up. Eddie Hearn should have got that. When we had that, they should have, how you could make a program about those middleweights and let them take up a whole hour on Sky TV and not have any fight lined up. It seems a bit amateur to me. I don't know what you guys think.
It's embarrassing, to be honest.
I think the thing is that with those fights is that they could go and make like more money fighting for world titles because it's not like middleweight hasn't been a deep division for a long time. Like they've got credible like challengers. So you could get a world title fight without really earning your shot.
Well, you know, Eddie Hearn always goes on about the domestic fight being the best fight and, you know, and he's right. And they could have all made a lot of money in 3 or 4 fights each, couldn't they? You know.
They could have. I think Hearn just chats a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what that thing was? That was like a cabal to avoid Golovkin. That's all that round table was. It was like, how are we going to convince everyone that we can avoid Golovkin? That was a master plan. That was the whole thing with that round table. Just like, let's fight each other. Let's just avoid Golovkin. Me and you, we'll fight. The guys will point across the table. Well, we'll fight each other.
Well, in fairness, 2 of the guys on the table, one fought him and one's gonna fight him next. So
yeah, but did you hear the Eddie Hearn on that other podcast where he hadn't heard of Golovkin and he phoned up Tony Sims and said, "Oh, I've got you a world title shot for Barker. It's against Golovkin." And Tony Sims said, "Fuck off," and hung up the phone.
Yeah, they turned it down. They turned it down.
Yeah, and I would. He would have killed Barker. And I'm a Barker fan, but he would have killed him, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but I think
that was at the time when no one really knew about
Golovkin.
Golovkin.
I think that was Golovkin even before the Protzka fight.
Yeah, it was. And Protzka took the fight.
Yeah. Because Protzka was with Hearn back then.
Saying it was going to be in London. They said they offered him the fight in London and all they had to give him was like travel to the fights for his team and Kazakhstan TV. And he wouldn't have even had to pay him a purse.
Yeah, but they might have been paying Darren's medical bills for a long years come afterwards.
He's got
I love Darren, but yeah.
In fairness, man, I forgot all about that Golovkin Macklin fight. Golovkin took his soul.
Oh,
man.
And looked like he broke almost every rib on one side.
That was a silent soul snatching. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
That was just
Macklin didn't realise his soul had gone until Saturday night.
That fight, that Golovkin v Macklin fight, if you had just switched that on, not knowing who they were, you would have thought Macklin was like a journeyman. You would have thought that fight was a journeyman against like a hot prospect. The way he just like went through him. Like a knife through butter.
Yeah. It was scary though.
You know who I wasn't impressed with Saturday, you guys were talking about it, was Yafai. I agree with Leon. I think he might have Butler's number already.
Well, Ari was saying he's already had his number, but in the amateurs. Is that right, Ari?
Yeah.
Well, I think there was an IFL interview and they were asking, Yafai about, when they used to spar together on the GB team. And Yafai just like had that smile on his face. He didn't say anything, but you could tell he was like, yeah, I think I've got his number. But Butler has improved a lot since then. I think he's always had a pro style.
But I'm watching Yafai now, like the 10th round of the fight, and Butler just would look like a little boy next to him.
Yeah, but he looked small against Stewie Hall, and I thought you dealt with Stewie Hall quite well, so I don't think that's really an issue.
Yeah, but Hall's kind of raw.
But he came back in the end of that fight, didn't he, Hall?
Yeah.
Gave him trouble.
That was a close fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what, before, when Yafai was at bantamweight, before he moved down, they were talking about, and he was Commonwealth champion, they were talking about, Yafai fighting Hall in like his 8th fight, and people were saying, oh, that's an easy fight for, Yafai. And I actually thought Stuart Hall beat Paul Butler, to be honest.
Nah, I don't think he beat him, but I don't know regarding promotional issues, but Yafai versus Hall would be a good fight to kind of, to kind of gauge
that Hobson hate.
Hobson hate Hearn.
Yes, I'm saying that it's not going to happen, but I could just see Eddie Hearn snatching up Hall just for that one fight, to be honest. So
he fully hates Hearn. I'll actually say something. You know how Hearn just signed Bradley Saunders, who I'm high on.
Yeah, I like
Hobson
him.
just came out shitted on him in an article saying how Saunders doesn't really sell up north, because obviously it's the north, innit? And Hobson thinks he owns that. Cause he's got he's got Hall and he's got that other ward or whatever. And Hobson's just shitting on him, saying how stop poaching guys and you're not gonna break into the north because he doesn't sell a lot, and he's just shitting on, he's kind of shitting on both of them. Just the way Hobson comes off, you can probably tell he hates him, like, because of the history.
That's shitting on himself, like, you're the promoter.
Exactly.
If a fighter on your bill doesn't sell tickets, that's your fault as well. Like, what, if you're a promoter, promote the fighter. If they don't sell tickets, that's on you as well. That is shitting on yourself doing that.
You're right.
I always hate that when promoters come out with that excuse like, oh, he don't sell tickets. Well, obviously you haven't done your job as well then. It's not like every fighter's got 1,000 friends like Frank Buglioni are going to sell all their tickets.
No, that's a good point, but I think in this day and age, where you have some fighters that have a following, like I know Frank Buglioni has a massive following, and I think promoters are almost starting to look for talent with bigger following to make their job easier.
They need tickets as well as talent, don't they?
Yep.
There's a difference between guys like Buglioni that sell a lot of tickets to friends and like friends of friends, and guys like Frampton or that Warrington geezer that are actually like crossed over in their hometown.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between that.
No, that's a good point. Well, let me get to my boy King J, because people in the chat are talking about a black hole already.
Long live the king of all kings, and we say, long live the king, long live the king.
King J.
My boy, fellas, my boy too. What's up, man? Shakedown, what's happening? Shit, man, what's up with you guys, man? Fuck, as soon as I called, I was like, fuck, fucking got sucked into this fucking black hole. And I was struggling to get out, but I couldn't. Man,
you're in now.
Try us out then.
Come in, get deeper in the hole.
Every bout.
What's up, G?
Pick a weight class above 118, please. Any weight class. Hey, man, what's up with that bum retiring, man?
Macklin?
Yeah.
He's done, isn't he? Finished.
He said he's gonna decide by January whether he's gonna retire or not.
Fuck it. Just decide for him, man. We don't want to see that no more.
Show our hands. Wow.
Yeah, just tell him if you guys have him on Twitter, tag him on the show so he can hear the podcast. So we decided for him.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yo, King J, did you manage to catch the Klitschko Pulev fight?
Yeah, I watched it, man. I caught that fight, man, and I was you know what? I was a little surprised, man, by Pulev. I thought he was gonna he didn't got his ass whooped, but he did better than I anticipated, man. I thought he was I thought Klitschko was gonna get him the fuck out of it by 3 rounds. He did better, man. He got some good shots in on Klitschko, man, but that shit wasn't enough, man. He just looked like the only way he was gonna win against Klitschko was if he just went all out on some fucking Mayorga shit. That's the only way he was gonna win, man, because he's not fucking technically sound at all, and Klitschko was just too much for him, man.
His technique's
That's
horrible,
jab.
isn't it?
Yeah, his fucking technique is fucking horrible. He was fucking.
What is that circling hand thing? Like trying to hypnotize him. It's weird.
Wash on, wash off.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off. Daniel LaRusso style.
Yeah.
This is the second fucking idiot that gets his ass whooped for showboating. I hope fucking people are catching on to this shit, man. Don't fucking showboat against someone that's fucking way better than you, man. He's gonna fucking make you pay for it.
I thought the feet. So go on, you.
No, did you see what he tried to do after the first knockdown? It was like bouncing on one leg.
Stood on one leg.
Did the crane from the end of Karate Kid.
He did that like when you get pulled over for a DUI, he did the number 4, like, well, I'm good. And right after that, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah. I've seen him do that before in another fight. Where it was like I think it was a trip knockdown, but the ref counted it. And he did that again. I think it was versus that Abel guy, Joey Abel. I think he fought him.
I was watching the Eurosport feed. I know it was on HBO, but I just watched the Eurosport one, and the commentator was like, "Oh, he's really hurt," and the guy was like on one hand, on one foot, showing in his balancing skills to prove he's not hurt, and the commentator was just going on with himself, man. But Richie Woodhull co-commentated, and I enjoyed what he was saying though.
But Klitschko pushed him over at least on 2 or 3 of those knockdowns. Like hit him and then gave him a little push as well.
The second one was even a knockdown to me. Like he did push him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that? I thought the ref would catch on to that, man, because that was like the 4th time he did it. In the first round, he did it not as obvious as the second one, but in the second round, in the second knockdown, man, it was real clear, man, that he was fucking pushing him off really bad. I thought they'd say something to him, but I guess they're like, yeah, he's gonna get his fucking ass whooped anyway, so fuck it.
I was really impressed with the Vlad's lead left hook though, like, cause obviously he's known for his right hand, but the shot that he
he caught him with?
Yeah. I think two knockdowns with left hooks.
Yeah, that was a real good shot, man, but I don't know, man, he did a little bit better, man, but let's go champ. He was in the crowd.
Yeah, Vitali's wife was giving him some, wasn't she? Did you see that?
Jesus Christ.
She was screaming at him.
Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
Shannon Briggs is a fucking idiot, man. You know, he keeps asking for this fucking fight, man, and he's gonna fucking get it. He's gonna get his ass fucking whooped, man. It's gonna be fucking embarrassing.
You think it's set up though? Like, it could be a setup, like, to get the fight. You're talking about it right now, so maybe it's working.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Let's not talk about it anymore.
I mean, it's working, but don't you guys agree? Like, it'd be better, like, if this was, how do I put it, man? Like Lucas Matisse and Danny Garcia, you know, where you think that both fighters are equivalent, you know, in skills or, like, knockout power, but this is not the fucking case. Like, we know he's gonna get his ass whooped.
If it was Wilder over there, I'd be excited. You know, if it's one of these young fighters coming up trying to get after him, not just an old man.
You know what? If Briggs went and beat somebody decent, like, even if Briggs went and beat, like, Areola or something like that, maybe you'd accept it, but he's just fought bums on his comeback, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Beat someone for real or fuck off.
You know what I don't understand? You know what I don't understand is, like, Shannon Briggs needs the money to fight Vladimir Klitschko. He wants the payday, but where is he getting the money from to follow him all over the world?
That's on Rob's point, isn't it? It's a setup.
Yeah, who's setting up? Klitschko?
Possibly. I don't know why though.
Well, how does he always know where he's at?
Exactly.
It's not like Klitschko's always in the same place. He's moving different cities, different countries, and the guy's showing up there. I've said from the start that I think his setup is just bullshit.
Yeah, like, how would someone know to have a camera on when he walks into the restaurant?
It's gotta be a fucking setup, because where the fuck is this guy getting all this fucking money from, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
Where's he getting all this money from? Yeah. You know, where's he getting this money from to travel to all these countries where Klitschko's going, eating at these expensive restaurants, staying at expensive hotels? Come on, man.
King James.
Shannon Briggs beat in the last 10 years.
Nobody of notoriety.
That cab driver off Manhattan Street. You know the cab driver? He's well known. One of them good taxis.
Well, no, another thing I was going to tell you guys, man, I think that this fight, I don't know if it makes sense or not, because I think this fight just clarified for me, man, that Klitschko will beat the fuck out of Wilder, man, if that ever happens, man.
I want to quiz you something, King Jay. Like, this fight was on HBO, and from what I heard, it's a few fight deal. I think it's either 2 or 3 fights.
3 fights.
Yeah, 3 fights. They're talking about New York early 2015. What do you see that fight being, King Jay? Do you think it'll be Bryant Jennings?
I don't know, man. Good question. I think they would leave it more towards Bryant Jennings.
No. That's Tyson Fury.
That's who they want it to
be.
Oh,
yeah, Tyson Fury's another one.
Once Fury beats Chisora, he's mandatory.
Yeah, but he's got until July to take the fight.
And the other issue is the way Tyson performed against Steve Cunningham without his uncle in the corner, because his uncle wasn't not allowed into America because of his past history. I would see Fury not wanting to fight Klitschko in America. I think if he's going to fight Klitschko...
They can get in as long as they give notice.
Yeah, Aaron can sort that out.
Nah, I think it depends on what actual stuff you did, so if it's a bit serious...
No, I've seen an interview with Peter Fury. He said he just needs to give them the right notice.
Okay.
And he can get in.
Aaron's got to go in custom. Don't worry about it.
So why did he not give that notice against Steve Cunningham then, Harry?
I don't think he had enough time on that one.
What did he do? Hennessy's a moron as well.
Yeah, we're talking about Bob Era, man. Most powerful man in boxing. He's call Obama, get Fury in now.
Yeah. I don't think Klitschko wants to fight in America because he gets away with certain shit that in Germany that he wouldn't get away with in America, like all that holds and shit.
Yeah, but if they got him on the bill with Lomachenko and Golovkin all on one bill, imagine that. They'd fill the plate, you know.
Yeah, I'd go to that shit.
Ooh. Lomachenko, man, that's what's up. That's something.
Because they're the same place, aren't they? They're both Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? That would sell.
Who is Bryant Jennings signed with?
Promoter-wise, I'm not sure, but his last few fights have been on HBO, so I presume that would be makeable.
Yeah. I think he's with Gary Shaw, you know. I'll just Google. Yeah,
who are you talking about, Jennings?
Yeah, Jennings.
Yeah, he's with Shaw.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, man. If that Klitschko and Wilder fight does happen, dude, can you imagine the crowd? That'll be some fucking Pacquiao and Ricky Hatton shit. We hear the fucking drums, the band playing in the fucking arena.
Yeah. What I will say is that if Wilder hits Klitschko, lights out. But he won't. I think Klitschko fucking knocks him out.
Yeah, but the vice versa as well, because I think Wilder's chin is suspect as well, so maybe he'd get a double knockout.
Yeah, in fairness, like, I can't really recall Wilder getting hit by anyone, so, I don't know.
The only hits Wilder would land on Klitschko is if he visits his website.
So if Klitschko's website's like his fucking ring entrance, man, I'm gonna click on that right now.
Yeah. Oh shit! How nice was that too?
That was amazing.
That was. I wonder how much that was. I want one of them for my birthday party, man.
I felt like that was a fucking NFL halftime show.
Bro.
Like, what the fuck is this guy coming out of, man? And then I see the fucking door open. I'm like, holy fuck.
Guys, let me get...
That was a good entrance.
Let me get back to the phone line, because I told Chad I would phone him back and I forgot. Chad, are you on the line? Chad,
let's do this.
Come on, Chad.
Time, no call.
You better not duck me, Chad. He's wrote something in the Skype chat.
Can you hear me?
What are you?
Yeah, go on, Chad.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, Chad?
Doing pretty good. How about yourselves?
Excellent, Chad. What do you want to discuss?
Oh, man. Have y'all discussed, what's his name? One that fought Sergio Martinez, a while back, before Barker. Macklin.
Yeah,
y'all discuss that fight?
Yeah, we have, but you can give us your thoughts.
Oh, man, dude. I was sad to see him go out like that, man. He got beat up by a nobody. I think it's time to hang him up. What do y'all think?
You know what? You said he got beat up by a nobody, and before the fight, I looked into his record and I thought, yeah, this guy's not that good. But Heiland impressed me. I don't know about everyone that's on the line now, but who saw the fight, but I was impressed with Heiland. Like, he almost looked like a southpaw version of Felix Sturm. He had like Sturm's mannerisms. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I think he was throwing a lot.
Stop, Cam. Stop trying to justify Murray looking like a fucking bum. Stop it.
Yo, Doc, this is my boy Murray, King J.
I think in a way it's karma, because there's only so many times you can dip into the South American market expecting to get a bum, and what you get is a good player.
It was good seeing her and get his hand snapped off on that one, because he usually goes fishing in that Argentinian waters and finds a nice guy to get beat up on, but it didn't work this time.
So. Now he's going to use this as an excuse. He can be like, oh well, don't forget about Heiland. He upset the odds. Don't write off these Argentinians. They're dangerous.
That's true.
I don't think he's that good. I think if Triple G would have fought him, well, I guess if anybody would fight Triple G,
that's Triple G though. Triple G compared to Macklin, that's like, he already showed what the levels are different in that fight, didn't he?
Yeah, but going back to what Cam said, he was saying he was a southpaw, I guess, version of something looking good, but I don't know, man. I think Macklin's just done. Ever since Sergio, it's just been a decline. So I don't know if that's a testament to how bad of competition Triple G's faced, or if it's just Macklin just was never really any good.
Chaz, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And it's about Triple G. Apparently there's rumours that Bernard Hopkins wants to fight him before he retires. What do you think of that fight?
Bernard's crazy, man. Bernard needs to just hang him up. I mean, he has nothing else to prove. I think if he just went off in the sunset right now, taking that loss, I mean, it's not going to hurt his legacy. I just think that Bernard needs to quit while he's kind of ahead. He lost to the best fighter he could lose to in his division, and I think it's time to just hang him up, man. I love Bernard, but dude, he just looked old. He looked really old, man. I just didn't like the way he looked. And he could get hurt by a lesser known fighter or just a, talentless fighter, just on a luck shot, So I think that he better just hang him up and try not to kill himself to make 160 or 168. Did you actually hear that Triple G's management sent an offer to Kovalev to fight?
Oh man, that would be the best fight of all times.
Kovalev's manager turned it down though.
No, he knows best. But in regard to Bernard Hopkins, sorry, I'll come back to that. I just want to say one last thing about that thing. Bernard Hopkins is a fucking G. I respect the fuck out of him because he knows he's going to lose against Triple G. He's trying to make Triple G a star. He's trying to make as many people a star before he goes out the game. In the time-honored tradition of boxing, you know what I mean? Like Oscar De La Hoya done with Pacquiao. He probably knew he was going to get beat off Pacquiao. He probably knew he was shot. You know what I mean? But he thought, okay, I'll make this guy a star before I go out. And, that's what boxers do, man. That's why I've got not much respect for guys like Joe Calzaghe, you know what I mean? Like, he could have fought Carl Foch, made him a star, win or lose, you know what I mean? That's what you do. You pass on the mantle to the young pretender, give him a little bit of your fucking star power.
Yep.
Bernard Hopkins knows he's going to lose it against Triple G, but you know what? He's going to fight him anyway, and then after that, he's pay-per-view. Triple G is pay-per-view. I respect the fuck out of him.
Oh, you think so? You think so? I mean, Bernard's never been pay-per-view, so what kind of stardom do you think Triple G would have? I would say if he fought a Cotto, but I just don't see, the point of the Bernard fight. Bernard's old. Bernard, he just doesn't have much pop anymore, man. He's slow with his punches. He's slow with his movement. I don't see the kind of, like you were saying, Pacquiao and De La Hoya. De La Hoya was coming off of, I guess, all right win, against, what's his name, 2 pounds. Can't think of his
Steve
name off the top of my head. Steve Forbes.
Yeah, Steve Forbes,
But we knew De La Hoya, we knew De La Hoya was, on his way out. So it was a appealing fight just because of the star power and the what ifs, De La Hoya's pulled out some, rabbits out of the hat, and that was the intrigue of this fight. Could De La Hoya pull it off again? Kind of the way Bernard, and Kovalev went down. I just don't think with the defeat Bernard had against Kovalev that he could generate the star power needed for Triple G to become a pay-per-view star. I just don't see it, man.
No,
honestly don't.
That fight would do damage to Golovkin's reputation. His reputation is all about being the guy that would fight anyone wants to take on the best. If he beats up a guy like Hopkins, it'll be like who was the guy who beat up Ali and everybody hated him.
Yeah,
it'll turn Golovkin into a bad guy. That would be the worst move they could ever make.
I disagree. I think it would be like passing of the soul snatchers.
Yeah, but Kovalev's already taken that soul, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see Bernard's face, man. There's a bunch of memes out there with Bernard's face and Kovalev coming at him. It's just the face he was giving Kovalev is kind of the face that Stevens gave Triple G. In that kind of aspect, the fact of the weariness of the power, or just the acknowledgement of the power. It's that kind of face, and I just don't think that Bernard has anything left to prove. And that won't bring Triple G stock up at all to me, because, Bernard's known more as a non-crowd pleasing fighter. So, he's just, basically had his later part of his career based upon his age and what he's done to younger fighters who are less skilled. So that's the approach I've always taken with Bernard. He's a great fighter. He had a great career. He defended.
Chad, you still there?
A ton of times at middleweight, and I just think that you can you hear me?
Yeah, you broke up for a minute. Are you back now? Go
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Bernard had a great career at middleweight. Defended his title tons of times, and I just think that Bernard needs to. I'm kind of with Teddy. When he was.
So this is like guess the word.
Chad.
Insert word here.
Chad, we're gonna have to let you go because you're breaking up really bad, Chad. But try ringing back.
Phone back, bro. Phone back.
Try ringing
phone back, bro.
But
Golovkin versus Hopkins ain't even worth talking about anyway. That ain't gonna happen.
Forget that. I want to get to my boy, Mo Alpha. Mo, are you there?
Oh.
Yeah, man. How are you guys?
Excellent, Mo. I've got some serious discussion to make with you, man.
What do you want to talk about?
Nostradamus.
Last week, Mo, you said you were very interested to see how Heiland did against Macklin. What did you think of the fight? Did you see the fight? What do you think?
Yeah, I saw it. I think that, that's the way that one fighter is supposed to, to build his career, especially if he's coming from Argentina or from South America, because like I said previously, the Europe or UK, it's a previous step to go to the United States. And if you remember, Martinez was fighting a lot in the UK.
Yes.
I remember
Spain as well.
In Spain as well. I mean, he was living there, but I think that he made his biggest fights while he was in Europe, in the UK. And I mean, I understand that Heiland's resume doesn't look spectacular, but he's not being given fights to be win easy. I mean, here, if you make the jump to Europe, you are the best from the region. And I think that Heiland is that. I mean, he's one of the best coming from Argentina, and I think that some losses are okay. He's not very the most durable guy. He's been dropped a lot of time, but he has that, he can recover and he can keep fighting, and he said himself that he's not a very gifted boxer like others, but he gets the win, he imposes his will by, being very serious with his training, sorry. And so I think that, he has the will to achieve all that he can, so he eventually will get to his ceiling. And I think that, it's a very good win, especially because the middleweight division it's not very stacked, so he can maybe get a good fight, another good fight in the UK, and eventually go to the United States, because there are not great contenders there. And I think that he's following the right path. Even Martinez
they offered him the fight with John Ryder, and that's what Hearn said. January 31st.
He won't take that, because now, after that win, he's actually one fight away from fighting for the WBC belt. I think Golovkin's the mandatory.
Locked up. Cause,
I know. That's, but he's one fight away, because I think he's basically, he can get a final eliminator now, but I don't see him taking on Ryder, because Hearn's just gonna try and get,
do nothing. Remember, Josie sat on that mandatory for like 6 years.
I think Heiland beats John Ryder. I'm not that impressed with John Ryder. If you look through his resume, the best person he's fought is Billy Joe Saunders, and that was a close fight.
Yeah, but Saunders is a top 10, top 15 middleweight.
Oh, no, but I was going through that Saunders and Eubanks resume the other day on BoxRec, and before the Ryder Billy Joe Saunders fight, I think Ryder's fight before that was a guy with like multiple losses in its tens, so it's like before the Saunders fight, the level of opposition Ryder was fighting wasn't that high, and even after the fight, like, he's had a long break. He fought that guy recently. I think the original guy was injured, and he did what he had to do, but he didn't really look that impressive to me, and I was quite impressed with Heiland. Like, I know Mao said he's got a bit of a shaky chin in that, but
yeah, I mean, he goes down, but you got to remember Martinez was down the 2 times that he fought against Richard Williams in the UK. So, and one time he was severely hurt. So that doesn't mean anything. I mean, eventually that will help you as experience. So I will be more worried if you haven't shown any weaknesses, because if you look like invincible, then there's nothing to work on. And it's better if you look human, and eventually you improve and you get to that level with all the experience that you gather in your previous fights. So I like when a fighter looks vulnerable, looks mortal. We're talking about Klitschko because he fought this weekend, and and he followed that path too. I mean, the guy he has losses in his record, he has a weak chin, he's been dropped, but you look at him right now and he's the best in his division.
Totally right. That's why people look forward to seeing his fights, because there might be that chance that he gets caught and gets knocked out. So
yeah.
But let's have a little break about the boxing talk. Let's go over to the Coalition League, because as people may know, I started a campaign on Twitter, the hashtag Ban Mao Alpha campaign, and now I may have to extend it to hashtag Monaco 78, Leon, because you had an amazing weekend in the Prediction League, didn't you?
I did. Had a very good weekend. And I made those picks late, and you put them in for me, Cam, which I much appreciate.
I kind of regret it, because I'll give people the backstory. Basically, you're on holiday, and you couldn't log into the site, so you sent me your details and asked me, you give me the picks, and I put the picks in for you. But when you were getting all these 60 points and shit, I was fucking regretting putting your picks in.
I should have changed the picks for him.
Yeah, I should have. But yeah, you got 10 points for the Donny Nietas. You got 60 for the Oosthuizen fight versus Grachev. You got 20 for the Klitschko Pulev because you went for a knockout in the 10th. And you got 60 again for the Gamboa Montes de Oca fight for the exact round of the knockout. Pretty impressive, Leon.
It's very impressive. I would like to say I did it with like research and stats, but I didn't. No, I just did it late after going out drinking, and my wife helped me. So, yeah, it was a bit of luck, but I'm enjoying being number one.
Yo, especially I think that no one ever in, the short history of the league has ever achieved to get 2 fights right. I mean, predicting the decision, the round, and the outcome. I mean, the winner of the fight, on point. And you did it twice in a weekend, so that's very impressive.
Yeah, it was going well, but there's a lot of fights this week, so it could all go wrong. Although it should be pretty easy because he just back on the matchroom fighters, they'll all win.
Yep. Ari, you've been going quite steady in the league. I know, you kind of like the Toto, isn't it? Slow and steady wins the race.
No. I'm going back on top after this week. I'm actually doing my picks right now as we're on the show.
What are the picks this week? Come on, Cam.
A lot of fights.
Yeah, it's mainly between the Macau card and the Liverpool pay-per-view card and one other fight, which is the Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez fight.
He'll win
Rocky
that, won't he?
We had to put that one in for Nelta.
Yeah, Nota complains if you don't put a small guy in the picks, so that's why we had Donny Nietes last week.
That's in the week, isn't it?
No, that's on Saturday.
All right, I was just looking at it. You said I've only got 2 days to make the pick.
Yeah, the time.
No.
Is short.
There's a little bug that me and Mao are trying to work out. So the reason I put that early is because the time for that fight is 4 p.m. in Japan, which is about 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. So I wanted to put him a bit earlier, but we are going to change it after the show. But yeah, I'll give a quick rundown. So we got Manny Pacquiao, Chris Algieri, 12 rounds. Lomachenko versus Piri Piano, 12 rounds. Jesse Vargas and Tony DeMarco, 12 rounds. Tony Bellew, Nathan Cleverly, which is 12 rounds.
It's as simple as that.
And I've been waiting ages to fucking use that soundbite. You don't know how long I've been waiting to use that. James DeGale versus Marco Antonio Periban, 12 rounds. George Groves, Dennis Douglin, 12 rounds. Anthony Joshua, Michael Sprott, 10 rounder. And I mentioned earlier, Roman Gonzalez versus Rocky Fuentes.
What about my boy DeGale?
He's on there.
Yeah, I've said it. DeGale versus Marco Antonio Periban.
Oh,
yeah.
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 You know Roman Gonzalez, isn't he fighting this guy for like the 5th time or something?
Is he?
They fought a couple of times already, haven't they, or something, like 4th fight?
You sure?
Or am I making that up?
But
I heard something
you
about
might be
that.
making it up.
You can say what you want.
Yeah, we need
the prediction league.
You know, I heard...
you're
right, Stu, I should be a bit more confident, shouldn't I?
you just make the rules.
But guys, I heard Steve Kim was saying that HBO want to do Gonzalez against Estrada on a Boxing After Dark, but Gonzalez is saying he wants $1 million.
Yeah, he wants some big money. I remember Nota telling me about that.
Out.
Yeah.
Guys, we got Chad back on the line. The reason why is because he wanted to discuss Ari's boy, James DeGale versus Paraban. Are you back on, Chad?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what did you want to talk about the Paraban DeGale fight?
Well, I mean, I was talking to Ness last night. I don't know if you guys caught it. What do you guys, this Paraban fight? What does it really do for DeGale's career?
It's a risk.
Nothing.
No, it's a slightly risky stay busy fight for me.
Yeah.
Because Ness was talking like it was a really good step up fight. I try to, anchor the point in about, Love went life and death with him, and neither of them really looked good in that fight, and Love just got knocked out by Porky. I thought it was just a stay busy fight, but
it's a stay busy fight.
It is stay busy. He could be fighting anyone, but he asked Turn for a kind of hard fight. Well, not hard,
a name, kind of slight.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a name.
Yeah.
Because Paraban fought for the belt against Beaker, and then the Badou Jack fight, I think it was a draw, but I thought he won that fight. And the Love fight, he looked like he was about to knock him out, but then the ref. Yeah. It's a name. The girls are trying to get respect, I think, because
he's
weighing on Froch. He's weighing on the IBF belt. He should be fighting for the IBF belt. If it's not Froch has to vacate. I think he's fighting by March. He said he should be fighting for that. So it's just a stay busy fight.
I think
I don't think it's a bad fight at all. It's just I don't think, other than the Groves fight, all the fights on this card are actually decent. it just shouldn't be pay-per-view.
I think
As long as you ain't paying for the fights, you're gonna enjoy yourself. You're gonna be like happy with the card. Like I was thinking about it, there's gonna be like 10 hours of boxing like non-stop on Saturday. That's decent, and I'm not gonna. And like both of it is pay-per-view in the UK and it's pay-per-view in the US. I'm not gonna pay a single penny for it, so I ain't really complaining. I mean, it shouldn't be pay-per-view, but by other means, like you can't have a problem. It's 12 hours of boxing. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
It's pay-per-view.
Well, the Pacquiao fight is pay-per-view in the States.
What, the Bellew Cleverly's pay-per-view? I thought it was just going to be on that stream site.
It's on AWE, I think.
What, pay-per-view for our internet? Because we pay internet connections.
Well, yeah, that's what you pay.
Any mug buys that.
Well, actually,
just go on Feedall, I'll shout them out. Sorry, Cam. Go on Feedall or go on VIP bots. Don't pay for that trash, man. Well, not trash, but don't pay for it. Don't deserve. And my boy's on it, and I'm still not paying for it.
If the Boxing Coalition is not back next week, it's all because Ari's promoting stream sites.
Yo, Chad, I wanted to ask you, you know that guy you were talking about, that big Mexican last night?
Gilberto, Sanchez.
Yeah, I think,
Gilberto?
Yeah, I think Ness has been really harsh on you. I think that would be a good fight. Him and
that's what I thought. I thought it would be a good fight for their careers right now because Gilberto really isn't tested, and DeGale really is just playing a waiting game for Frotch, and I think that would be a decent challenge for him, because Ramirez comes forward, and he just is relentless really on the body punches, and Frotch does tend to throw in some decent body shots. He got a couple of knockdowns in his career with some decent body shots, and I just think that would be a good test for him to basically set the platform up for that Frotch fight.
I have to agree with Ness. I don't think that guy's deserved a shot at DeGale yet. I think DeGale's put in more effort, and
why are you putting DeGale on a pedestal like that though?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But the point is, he becomes that if Frotch drops a belt, that's the fight.
Yeah, that's for the vacant belt. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
They're 1 and 2. I don't know, actually, I think the girl's 1 and, Ramirez is 3, but there's not 1 and 2. I think they're leaving open for eliminator,
Yeah.
But if, Frotch drops the belt for the vacant belt, it should be, DeGale versus, Ramirez. But I've never really seen that Ramirez guy. I saw a couple rounds of the Zuniga fight. But
Ramirez is ranked number 6 by Boxing Boys.
I've seen him beat up.
Zuniga's a journeyman. I remember seeing him get beat up by DeGale like 2-3 years ago.
I know.
But DeGale, you need him though.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it would be a decent fight right now because
it's a decent. We like I said, we most probably see it. If Frotch doesn't fight him, we might see that.
Paraban is just a poor man's Carl Frotch. That's why he's fighting.
Exactly.
Stylistically.
No. I don't know about not Carl Frotch, but I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't think very highly of Paraban. I just think that he had a decent fight with Sakio Bika. Which Sakio Bika is just a freaking caveman, man. He just throws punches from his waist, and he's an entertaining fighter at times, but come on, Sakio Bika, it really isn't anything. I think he's gotten his belt through his activity.
Oh, Chad, I need to jump in because you burned loads of airtime yesterday on The Voice about this subject, and you're not doing the same thing again today. But I want to get your views on Pacquiao Algieri. Who you picking?
Oh man, Pacquiao, man. I don't understand why Ness even thinks Algieri has a chance, man. I don't think Algieri has anything to stop Pacquiao from coming forward, and the angles are going to be totally different from Provodnikov. Provodnikov's just a straightforward plot fighter, and Pacquiao's up on his toes, boxing. I don't understand what chance he's given Algieri. I mean, who are you picking?
I'm going Pacquiao demolishment.
Yeah, I don't know about knocking him out. I don't know yet. I'm skeptical because Pacquiao really hasn't knocked out anybody in a while.
I think maybe like a doctor stoppage or something like that. I think I've got a feeling his eye's going to blow up again. So I don't know why.
But I don't know why
that's
you
a good
are.
possibility.
I don't understand why you are underrated Algieri
so hard. I mean, don't you think that was impressive the way that he survived against Provodnikov? I mean, don't you give credit to him for that, especially with a fighter that is so aggressive like Provo?
I give him credit, Mo, because I thought Provo was going to.
Provo's overrated.
Yeah, let me just give my view, Chad. Mo, I think I was impressed because I went for Provodnikov and I thought he was just going to demolish Algieri. And he fought a good game. His jab was excellent. His movement was good, and he fought through adversity with the eye, because the eye was really bad. But having said all that, I just think Pacquiao is just he's just going to be able to handle him better. When I was watching some of the training footage, Manny was cutting him off. He was cutting Freddie off to go into his left. So obviously, I think Algieri is not going to be able to slip off to the left as easy as he did against Provodnikov. And also with the Ruslan fight, Ruslan's very one-dimensional and he doesn't really adjust much. And they were mentioning it on the show they had on the weekend, Max Kellerman and Virgil Hunter and Tim Bradley, that, Manny can adjust in between fights, where Provodnikov's very one-dimensional, and towards the end of that fight, he started to gas as well, which, Manny doesn't really have that issue. So that's my thoughts. Chad, what were you going to say?
Oh, that's a great breakdown, man. That's exactly what I think as well.
Thank you.
That's actually a really, really good breakdown. But yeah, I just think that Provodnikov's really just overrated. He's got good power, but I think he's just relied on that power. And when he saw the eye of Algieri just, blow up, I think he just completely focused on that eye, and it was more of a Achilles heel instead of it was more of a hindrance instead of something that was helping him out. So yeah, definitely the breakdown sounds great as far as what you're saying, and I did notice that in training as well, what Pacquiao was doing, and that was a good analysis of what should go on, I guess. But yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna have to go with Pacquiao on the fight. But I don't see him knocking him out cold. Maybe a stoppage, but other than that, Pacquiao just really hasn't shown the power that he had in 2009 or late 2010. So I don't see it there. He had a good fight with Bradley. I liked the fight, but Pacquiao really didn't show explosiveness. He did have a 10-punch flurry, which I hadn't seen from Pacquiao in quite a while. And hopefully he can bring that out come Saturday.
Can I just say that the more Manny Pacquiao keeps mentioning Floyd Mayweather, it's like insurance. No way is Algieri going to win this fight. Because everybody now thinks that the next fight is going to be Floyd and Manny.
Come on, shoot, man. Every time Pacquiao fight comes up, they start talking about it because they use his name to help sell fights. Have you not realised that yet?
It's not just selling the fight, Ari.
That's
it's
what it is.
Making the judges give him the decision if it's close.
Well, that didn't work in the Tim Bradley fight.
Bradley, though, did it?
Yeah. That happened in the Tim Bradley fight.
Yeah, but that was different. That was politics.
No, it wasn't. What, you think Aram did that because he wanted a guaranteed rematch?
Why else? I mean, that was the most one-sided fight. You know what I mean? That wasn't even close. I gave Bradley 2 rounds. You never know, these judges are in bed with the promoters, not explicitly we're going to meet in a dark room and I'm going to give you cash under the table.
I heard he's in, Aram and CJ Ross got something going on.
Yeah, she retired immediately after that, fight with, the Mayweather fight where she gave it a draw. She retired the next day.
She lives with Aram.
Well, there you go. She lives with Aram.
No, I just made up.
Nah, but
she got a retirement fund from that fight.
With the Floyd Manny fight so close, I'm not going to fuck it up now.
It's not close.
It's not close.
It's not close.
Not
Tell
close.
you, that's not.
I heard that.
It's not next. Next is Khan. Next is Khan. And I heard next is Jesse Vargas. They're actually going to try to sell us Jesse Vargas and Pacquiao. Why do you think Vargas is the main event on this terrible undercard?
You know, I wouldn't even stream that fight. Seriously, if you offered me first class tickets to Vegas to
Trust
see
me,
Pacquiao
they're
versus
trying to
Marquez, I would debate it. I'd be like, oh, maybe I've got a football match that day, I'm not going to go.
Trust me, they're gonna try sell us Vargas. Fucking Vargas.
Vargas.
And that's the reason, I bet that's the reason why he's been getting a couple gifts recently as well.
Yeah.
Them wide cards he's been getting.
Mate, who's next? Diego Chavez?
No, Brandon Rios part 2, man.
Yeah,
and the Bradley trilogy as well, that can get something out of there.
Pacquiao just bored me. Since when was the last time he stopped someone? Cotto, I think. Yeah, and he hasn't stopped anyone since that. I think he might get the stoppage against Algieri, Like, Algieri's maybe the one. I feel like Algieri's just there to get a payday, to be honest.
Yeah, I think.
Get his 1.5 million, get out of his mum's house, and then set up his little nutrition business or whatever he wants to do.
Hire a cleaner to clean his room.
Yeah. Maybe in a few years he'll get Adrian Broner to do that for him. He'll be looking for work.
Oh, shit.
Guys, some housekeeping. When I talk about Gonzalez, he's never fought Rocky Fuentes before. He's fought a guy
Yeah, no, I realised I fucked that up, Cam. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fought a guy called Francisco Meza 3 times, but he's never fought.
That's it, yeah.
But yeah. Chad, any last things before we let you go?
That's it, man. I sure appreciate you guys. Bob Arum actually, the rumor is Bob Arum actually turned down $40 million from Showtime to create the Floyd fight. So that's the last thing I saw on it.
Yeah, I heard there was 40 million plus 30% of the pay-per-view.
So
I read in the Daily Mail from the UK that...
No, but fuck the Daily Mail, but that's Jeff Powell you're talking about. I saw that article you're about to talk about. He's really sharp.
He's going to sell the Floyd Manny fight in China for $5, and he thinks 100 million will buy the fight.
But Mayweather's not going to be flying over to China to fight, would he?
No, he just has to sell it there, doesn't he? But anyway, we shouldn't talk about this. It's never going to happen. We shouldn't
Let's get off this. I can't believe what we're talking about.
I think it's relevant in terms of Manny getting a decision.
No, I think it's relevant when it's signed. That's when it's relevant. That's when I'll start talking about it again.
It's as simple as that.
Chad, let me let Chad go. Chad, thanks for calling, man. Excellent call.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely call again. Thanks, Chad.
I swear, Bellew better not lose, because we need to run that soundbite for a couple months.
That soundbite could last us a couple of years, man. Fuck that shit. But the people on the line.
Here's the deal. If he loses, we're not allowed to use it. We'll have to ban him. If he loses this fight, he's gone forever. Never want to hear from him again.
I don't think he can recover. He's talking too much shit.
What do you guys actually think is going to happen in that fight? Like, forget about it being pay-per-view. Forget about Bellew being a dick. Forget about Cleverly being a dick. Like, it is a 50-50 fight if you think about it.
I think it's a close fight, and if it's very close, so even if it's not even that close, I think Bellew will get it, because I know Hearn's going to want to make the trilogy.
No, not even the trilogy. Bellew's his boy.
Yeah.
He wants to get Bellew a title shot after.
I don't know, you know what? The videos I've been watching recently, it seems like he's kind of backing Cleverly for some reason. I've got a feeling like Cleverly's a lot easier to work with, maybe.
I get that feeling.
Fights. Like, if Bellew wants to fight Marco Huck, he's going to want $1 million or something, but Cleverly would take it for a couple of $100,000.
I don't understand how these guys got into the position that they got. Who've they beat?
That's the point. Yeah.
It's like they've both used each other to get to, not even the top, just like a kind of, the little kind of section below the top.
I know I'm
but you know what, actually,
it's when you really been using him. Bellew's been using Cleverly for years now, hasn't he? That's what I think.
Do you know what,
it's as simple as that.
You'd be surprised how many fighters actually get tested before they have a world title fight. I did an article for the Boxing Voice a few months back, and I looked at the stats. Only 14% of fighters will beat someone in the top 10 before they fight for a world title. Only 14%.
That's depressing.
And and only just over half will face someone in the top 25 on BoxRec.
That is depressing.
Yeah.
But
That's what happens when you've got 4 world titles. You can just maneuver them to anywhere. It's like, people are like, oh yeah, they're going to fight for a world title, but it's not like there's 4 different belts they can fight for. So you don't even have to be in the top 10 to fight for it. You can just be anywhere.
There should just be a big cloud of smoke next to these guys' names on BoxRec.
Yeah.
It's just
And the thing is, you know what? Huck's gonna want the fight because, that'll be Sky pay-per-view, another one, won't it? If it's Huck against Bellew, that'll 100% be Sky pay-per-view, especially if they do it in the UK.
Huck Bellew, man, it sounds like a fucking Hanna-Barbera cartoon, man.
It's as simple as that.
I want Cleverly to win so bad.
I want Cleverly to win, but I think Bellew will be.
Yeah, I like Bellew, but he's just even. And I don't know. You guys might remember, but I've been backing Bellew in this fight since he first got announced. But the more Bellew talks, the more and more he talks, just loses me. And if he's losing me, he must be losing everyone.
Well, he's lost so many people already. So if he's losing you, he's probably only got one person left. That'd be MV2.
He's got Roos. He's got Roos as well.
If he gets a negative reaction from the crowd. Because, like, not everybody in there is going to be a Scouser. Like, anybody neutral is going to be wanting Cleverly to win.
Not every Scouser in there wants him to win.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've listened to a few other things and there's Scousers who phone up and they don't like him.
Yeah, that you know that Paulie guy that posts on the forum, like, he's an Everton fan as well.
He hates him, doesn't
he? Hates Bellew.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the opposite of Cleverly. That's why the fight is a sell. Cleverly is like a fucking boring mathematician, literally. He's literally a boring mathematician. And Bellew is just like, just in his face, just like kinda extremely passive aggressive. Any little small thing will just set him off. That doesn't really mean I like them boxing wise. I just don't see the mystique or the drama behind the fight. And you fucking put that fight as a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? What kind of world are we coming to when that fight is a pay-per-view, man? The first fight wasn't even that good.
I don't know anyone, none of my mates who don't, you know, who are into sport, into football and whatever, none of them have ever heard of these two people. None of them.
It's like Fury to Zona.
Yeah, but have you not realised? They're starting to push it to be more about Groves and DeGale. I've been watching, like, when I'm watching Sky, the adverts, they've had, like, I've seen little adverts where it's just Groves and DeGale. They're acting as if Groves and DeGale are fighting each other. Yeah, people are going to be, like, make a mistake. Like, some people might be dumb enough to, like, thinking Groves and DeGale fighting.
And
the way they've got it out as if they got all the names, they're acting as if all the names, they've got so many names on the building, like, oh, look how much people are fighting. So the casuals are thinking, whoa, look how much great fights. But they're not thinking, who are these guys fighting?
They haven't got the names of the opposition, have they? And they're just like, the names are just all in a list, so they could all be fighting each other, it looks like.
There seems to be this kind of obsession, not just with boxing, but in sport in general, to create rivalries everywhere. Like fucking golf, it's Tiger Woods against fucking Phil Mickelson, or that Irish guy, that young Irish guy that I can't remember.
It's like wrestling, isn't it? Like the WWE model.
And fucking Formula 1, it's Lewis Hamilton and that German guy, and fucking, it's just boring and contrived and predictable, and there's so many rivalries that it's diluting the sense of real rivalry. I don't even think Bellew and Cleverly actually hate each other, to be honest. I just think they kind of amuse each other, they kind of just slightly piss off each other. But at the end of the day, the other is the meal ticket.
Bellew says he hates him because of, like, this press conference, because, like, in the after-fight press conference, Cleverly was disrespectful to him. I went back and watched it, and, like, he don't say anything bad, Cleverly, at all. He's like overly respectful, if anything. So I think either, like, it's made up or it's just deluded.
He's mental. He's unstable, that geezer. Did you hear him on Talk Sport with Bunce?
I was waiting for someone to mention it.
Joker.
No, I've not seen that one.
Oh, haven't you?
Bunce is a fucking...
Go to the TalkSport website, have a look, listen to the clip. It's genius.
Chewy goes off on Bunce. Like, he was having an interview with TalkSport, obviously, trying to push the fight. And then as soon as he heard Bunce's, because obviously there was someone else talking to him first, and then as soon as Bunce said the word, Bellew just jumped on him. He was like, Bunce, I'm not going to talk to you. You know what you've done in the past, all this kind of shit. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't like you. That kind of shit. He just shut up Bunce, and he didn't talk to Bunce for the whole interview.
Bunce takes
I'd do the same with Bunce as well.
Bunce takes sly digs at every matchroom fight. Like, if you listen to his podcast, he's always throwing in just little digs at anything Hearn does or anything to do with a matchroom fighter. He'll get on their case, but if it's a Warren fighter, he'll pick them up.
Yeah, well, that's how Bunce is. He's a Warren boy, isn't he? He's Box Nation. Obviously, do you not see what they do to Cleverly now that he's left? They show that Cleverly knockout all the time, or the Kovalev knockout.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah, I've seen it where they show, if any you want to see Cleverly in his last fight, and then they show that knockout, and then they say, oh, but that's a pay-per-view fight apparently. They're not shitting on the pay-per-view.
Guys,
that's good on them though.
Guys, for the away. If you want to listen to it, I've brought it up on YouTube.
Well, Tony, what about if you beat
Steve,
him?
in all honesty, mate, I'm not going to answer your questions. All as you've done is slate me since I've left where I left, so I'll be totally honest, mate. I'm not going to answer your questions. What you said about me after the Stevenson fight was a disgrace. Someone who's known me since I was a kid wearing an amateur vest should have known better than what to come. So don't ask me questions. And I've got no intentions of answering them. I should have told you when I seen you in Belfast, but I didn't get a chance to get off the radio. So I'm telling you now, don't you ask me a question, because you're only going to get an answer you don't like. You cannot call me. You said some things about me on the radio and on your stupid show about I'm willing to die in the ring. I'll say what I want, Steve, right, about boxing. You know why I can? Because I fight. You talk about it and watch it. I do it. I fight. I drag myself off the floor. I get up from knockdowns. I'm the one who fights through cuts, through broken hands, not you. So don't call me personally on your stupid shows and the things you say. I've spoken enough to you. Mark or Colin, whoever's there, I'll happily speak to you. But Bunce,
he went off
mentally ill.
He went off for my boy Buncey.
No.
He was right.
To be fair, if Bunce is shitting on him, he doesn't speak to him. I can understand that.
He's got one more thing to say.
It's as simple as that.
See, the thing with Bunce is I was watching Box Nation. I don't usually, but last week, which fight was it? I can't even remember. But last week I had to sit through the whole fucking thing. And Steve Bunce, there was a segment with Harold Lederman where Harold Lederman just gave a little kind of 1 minute segment or whatever. And straight after it, Steve Bunce just called Lederman an alcoholic. And I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that with a guy who your network has paid money to do a fucking segment?
Now, I think he was joking, that's a HBO segment, so obviously they got it from HBO, but because Harold Letterman always films his scene in a bar, so I think he was making a joke that he's always in that same bar.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I think he's just a fucking bitter, vindictive cunt. And,
he is.
He's done the same he doesn't like American commentators for some reason, man.
He hates Kellerman, doesn't he? He's always having to Kellerman.
He's always talking shit about them, man. It's almost as if they're beneath him.
He's always banning people from Twitter,
he hates guys like you guys that are doing things like this, like podcasts and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
All these people worked hard because you guys give a better level of analysis than Steve Bunce does, and you're doing it for free. So you're basically taking away from, he sees it as you're taking away from his livelihood, and you're prepared to do it for nothing in your spare time. Have you ever heard Steve Bunce break down and analyse a fight? Never. I've never heard him break down this fighter's going to win because of this jab or this punch, or he doesn't have fight in this style. All he does is talk about politics, try and make jokes. He never breaks down a fight.
You know what? Now that you say that, I listen to his podcast and I watch a lot of Box Nation stuff, and you're right, he never does. He always asks his assistant or, the person with him for their opinion. He never really gives his own opinion.
Yeah, I like the guy who works with him though, the Welsh geezer.
Barry Jones.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I like Barry.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah. He knows what you're talking about, I think.
Yeah. But
he's picked cleverly.
Bunce don't know any more than any of us on this show now. Now that you've got Box Rec, don't make a difference. And that pisses him off.
Guys, MB2 mentioned Max Kellerman earlier. Did any of you see that show on HBO over the weekend? I think it was called Under the Lights, Pacquiao Algieri.
I'll be honest.
No. I've
I was
downloaded
gonna-
it. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, same. I've not done it yet.
I'll just give my thoughts. It was about 15 minutes long. Max was in a little studio with Tim Bradley and Virgil Hunter, and they were just going through different parts of different fights. So they were going through Tim's fight with Pacquiao, and they were going through Algieri's fight with Pavlovnikov.
Was Virgil whispering in Max's ear, or?
Nah, he didn't get that kinky with him, but I really enjoyed it. It was nice to see perspectives from them guys, and they can kind of, they show in the clip, they can give their opinion on it. And like, if you've not seen it, the people in the chat, the people listening to the podcast, obviously you guys, definitely check it out. It's only 15 minutes long, but it's worth watching, I thought.
How was Bradley with it? Was he quite fair?
Yeah, I thought Bradley came off quite fair. I didn't see any like bad blood over the Pacquiao fights and saying anything bad. Really, he was quite good. I enjoyed it.
I'll be honest with you. I really like Tim Bradley when he speaks boxing. He's just articulate.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, what I mean, he's got a career. You know, he's got a good career in that after boxing. You know, if he wants to.
Definitely.
Better than fucking Andre Ward.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to speak about him anymore anyway. He's gone.
Yep.
He's
been taken out of the boxing voice rank this week.
Yeah, gone.
Really?
He's out. He's not number one anymore.
And he's got nothing lined up.
Well, even in death, Dan Gustin's got him.
Good work, Dan. Good work.
Yep. One last gift.
Alright guys, any other topics you want to give before we start giving a few predictions and stuff?
Now let's do predictions. There's loads of fights, isn't there?
Yep. Busy weekend this weekend. So let's go over to Macau, China first. Pacquiao, Algieri. I've said that I think Manny Pacquiao may be a late stoppage from the doctor or the ref. So, MVG, what do you think?
I don't know who said it earlier. I think it was either Chad or Leon. But Algieri doesn't have the power to knock Pacquiao out. But I don't think Pacquiao has the power to knock him out either. Although I do think that just the variety and the awkwardness of Pacquiao will probably mean he'll get a comfortable decision.
Ari?
Probably.
Sorry, I thought you finished too, sorry.
No, I'm not finished, probably. On you go, bro.
Ari, your thoughts?
Yeah, I got Pacquiao. I don't see how Algieri beats him. Well, because he's tall and he's got a long reach. And because he beat Pavlovnikov. But Pavlovnikov's always been kind of raw. And it's not like Pavlovnikov's unbeaten. We've seen Herrera beat him as well. So, and Bradley. I mean, that was a close fight. So I got Pacquiao. I think he's got too much speed for him. I think
you've not seen this guy's diet. I mean, come on. He needs avocados, man.
Avocados and everything. But no, for real, I really don't know where this Algieri hype's come from. Like, we didn't know this guy one fight ago. And now a guy's saying he's gonna beat Pacquiao. Is he gonna,
look at his resume.
Pacquiao?
Who's he fought?
Every Pacquiao fight, for some reason, people don't want to pick him. I don't know. I don't really like Pacquiao myself, but that doesn't stop me from picking him. So I got Pacquiao. I think decision. I think corner stoppage. I think if his eye swells up, I think his corner will stop the fight. So,
Chris Algieri beat Emmanuel Taylor better than Broner did.
Yeah, but that shows what a bum Broner is.
And you know what? Like, Taylor looked a lot better against Broner. He looked like shit against Algieri, to be honest. He wasn't doing much. His output was really low. I saw that on the Friday Night Fights. But Leon, you got Pac-Man?
Yeah, I think he might knock him out. I think he might knock him out in like 8-9. I don't understand. Like everyone else has said, I just don't understand where it comes from. He's not in the same league, is he? As I know Pacquiao slipped a bit, but has Algieri come up that much? He's had one close, good victory, and that's it. So, yeah, I've got Pac.
We're gonna look like dicks on Monday if...
Fuck it, I don't care.
If Algieri wins this fight.
I think it will be close.
Rob, what's your thoughts?
Basically repeat every single word Leon said in my voice. So like a slightly sexier London accent.
You sound Australian.
So it happens when you move to America.
He's getting that California twang.
Yeah, you got some weird mix of American and British, and it just comes out Australian to me. That's what I think. Anyway.
Australians do good with the goals, man, so don't need to worry about it.
Jose, my boy, you're back on the line. I know you talked about Pacquiao earlier.
Yeah. Sorry, I just missed it, man. What did you guys ask right now?
We're just giving our thoughts and predictions on the fight on the weekend. So we're just on Pacquiao Algieri, and you said you're going for Pacquiao, yeah?
Yeah, Pacquiao, easy victory, man.
Yeah, we all agree, Jose. We're all in agreement this week.
Wow, good.
I agree with every
like it,
word
boys.
said.
Finally, we've aligned back with the UK boys, man. It's all good.
You know what?
Jose, did you know that the Philippines is technically in Europe, so Pacquiao's technically a European fighter?
I was gonna say, are you guys voting against Algieri because he's American, or just because you guys aren't delusional like the rest of the world?
Nah, because he's Argentinian.
One of Mao's boys, eh?
Yeah, one of Mao's boys. Zushimin's fighting, but sorry.
Have you guys already picked for Rosado? Is he fighting this weekend too?
No, that's in December, Jose.
Oh fuck. Hey, we should make a deal here before we forget. If Rosado loses, then MV Chuga has to fix his eyebrows like Gabe.
Like who?
Like
Wait, Rosado?
Gabe Rosado.
You
gotta
picking
rock
Lemieux?
your eyebrows. Oh yeah, Rosado's gonna lose, man.
Who is Rosado fighting again?
David Lemieux.
The Canadian Lemieux, man.
Oh shit, that fight, is that this weekend?
No, that's in December.
That's December.
Yo, I've got Rosado by knockout, man.
Okay, we'll have to bet Chu. The loser has to do their eyebrows like Gabe Rosado.
Mate, how do you know my eyebrows aren't already like that, man?
Well, there you go. It's a free bet for you then.
Nah, man, bro, if you're picking Lemo, then you're in some deep doo-doo. But who am I, man? I just break it down for me, Jose. Why are you picking him?
Because I think Lemieux learned his lesson, man. He had a bad loss, and I think he's a better fighter because of it. And I honestly think that Gabe Rosado's never ever won a big fight, man. You know, and BKB isn't really boxing, right? That's the only true victory he's ever had that's been of any like merit, like on the big stage, right? So he's just a contender, man. He's just a stinker. He's not going to do it.
That ring in BKB looked like John Cena's belt. Spinning round.
I don't think he can pull it off, man.
He's been in a lot of tough fights, but I just think that if Rubio can really take the fight from Lemieux, then what is Rosado gonna do? I know that's triangle theories, but you know, there's only so many bums you can steamroll. Like, eventually you're gonna hit a roadblock, and I think Rosado is underrated. But we'll see, man. It'll be close.
It'll be a fun fight, though. Like that's the thing you got to give credit to Gabe Rosado, man. He makes a good living now, and he doesn't really win. He just fights and he entertains people, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Just looking at the chat, it's like 50-50. I'd thought more people would favour Rosado, but there you go. It'll be close. Like, what does the rest of the panel think? I know that's next week, but fuck it.
I think Rosado will win that fight, you know. I think Lemieux just his chin, he ain't got a chin and he'll get caught eventually. Rosado will suck up the punishment and knock him out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I wouldn't mind being wrong because I like Lemieux, he's fun to watch, but I think his chin's too shaky.
Yeah, it's not next week, Chu. It's on the 6th of December.
Alright, we've got it.
It's Crawford Beltran's next week.
Yeah, and Chisora Fury and
Eubank Saunders
next week.
Boxing's back.
Alright, which of those fights is gonna fall through? Like, one of those fights
don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it, Robert.
Kind of jinx it, Rob.
You guys jinxed it the second you bought tickets.
Nah, man. Nah, don't say that. But let's get back to China. We got Lomachenko fighting a guy which I think is a bit of a gimme fight. I don't know if you guys know about who this guy is, but I'm picking Lomo, to be honest.
What, a Thai bob?
Yeah. Chonlatan Piripiano.
Is it one of them Thais with 60 wins?
Let me just bring up his record.
52 wins. And 1 loss.
I think I've made this joke before, so I won't say it again. I was gonna say something, but I think I've made it before.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's a Lomachenko win, man. That's basically the you know they use them ties is how Hearn uses his Argentinians.
Yeah, true.
And also we got Jesse Vargas versus Antonio DeMarco. I ain't gonna lie, I've not really seen much of Jesse Vargas, so I'm gonna just probably copy what Mao or Leon, because he's on a hot streak. Leon, ask your wife what the pick are for that fight, and then...
yeah, that's who I was going to ask. I don't know anything about him. But Lomo will win, won't he?
Yeah, I got Lomo at stoppage, but I don't know what round.
Yeah.
I haven't picked a round yet.
No.
Okay, let's go.
Who would he fight next? What's his next big potential fight? Sorry to go off topic quickly, but...
Who are you talking about? Lomo. I heard that he wants, Walters.
Yeah, Walters I've heard.
Walters next, March or something?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh,
That's a good fight, That's a good fight.
It's a badass fight.
Toss a coin.
Yo, Ari, I know you're high on Walters, man. Like, who would you pick for that?
It's too early, man. Let's see if it's official.
Oh, nervous, man. You're nervous about your boy Walters, yeah?
Of course I'm nervous, man.
Yeah, we need to put money on that, Ari.
What, eyebrow bet?
Aye.
Let's see it come off first.
Nah, man, if you lose, you need to get homosexual tattooed on your...
Nah.
It's as simple as that.
But, seeing as though we just heard Mr. Bellew, so I don't want Bellew to win, but I'm going for him. So, even though I want Cleverly to win, I'm going for Bellew by 12 round unanimous decision. Chew?
To be honest with you, like, obviously cruiserweight is a better weight class for Tony Bellew than I think it is for Cleverly, but I see the cheeseburger in Bellew. I do, like, he's not fooling me, man. And I respect his personality. I think he's a lot more exciting than, Cleverly, who just bores the life out of me. But I think if Bellew knocks him out, he does it early. The longer the fight goes, it suits Cleverly. So I'm gonna pick Cleverly by close decision again. Only because after you've been in the ring with Kovalev, Bellew's punches will probably just, they'll be fine. You'll be fine for it, I think.
Okay. Ari?
I still got Bellew, man. But, I don't know. I was thinking, I always said before, I said stoppage, didn't I? I said early stop, not early, but mid-round stoppage, but I think, close to it comes, I think maybe decision. I think Bellew will win a close decision this time, because Clev got the last one, and this one, Bellew's like, he's kind of the ace side, because he's always been Hearn's boy. Cleverly came over from Warren now. But at the same time, I don't have faith. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Bellew late stoppage.
I watched the first...
Bellew's power goes late. He's still got it late on. And Cleverly hasn't gone past 4 rounds or whatever since before the Kovalev fight. So that might have something on his gas tank. Well, that's what I'm banking on anyway. So I got Bellew late stoppage.
Good thinking. Yeah, I watched the first fight today on Daily Motion after a long time. I don't think I've seen it since the first fight happened, and yeah, Bellew needs to just work on the outside. Like, the first few rounds with his jab was excellent, and as soon as he started fighting on the inside with Cleverly, Cleverly took the fight over. So I think he definitely needs to leave him at the end of the jab. But Jose, is this fight, big to you over there? Is it Bellew versus Cleverly?
No, I was just about to ask you guys, this is one of the pay-per-views, right, for you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is so subject, Jose.
How would you guys equate it? Cause to HBO or Showtime fighters, just at similar levels, how would you guys, is there a comparable fight? It doesn't have to be in the same weight group necessarily, but just in terms of popularity and just skill or whatever, how would you guys compare this fight?
This should be like a boxing after dark fight.
No, it'd be a bit like putting...
That's still a good fight, boxing after dark.
It'd be a bit like putting Rios against Alvarado 2 on pay-per-view kind of thing. with a shit
Okay.
undercard. That's
not a bad fight then, if you think about it, right?
No, but it
Yeah,
is
but-
though. In that pay-per-view, it's bullshit.
Right.
I'd say that's over. I oversold it. Probably.
The thing is,
More like a
think
Rios
about
versus Chavez type of thing then?
the thing is,
Yeah,
Jose,
maybe that kind of.
the problem
gotta
is,
see-
Jose,
they've gotta
like,
be-
it's about £17 or something like that, which isn't that much, but a lot of the public in the UK, like the hardcore boxing fans, that is, we're just annoyed with thinking that this fight isn't on that level to be that price, because like Carl Froch is about the same price, or, pay-per-view, so.
I've got a couple of mates who run bars and pubs and own them. They're not happy. That's 500-600 quid to put that on in their bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget that, just put on match of the day.
Yeah,
here's a
people
question.
coming to asking them for it.
Really?
You know.
Yeah, because they're seeing Groves and Miguel and Anthony Joshua. They're seeing all them because they're
They'll
using
put it
their.
on.
That's what he's done. He's basically using their names, even though they're not really fighting anyone worthwhile. And then it's kind of like, it's basically a casuals pay-per-view. It's for the casuals.
Yeah, it's a
because the casuals are lapping it up.
No, the casuals. Who are the casuals lapping up? No, only maybe 100 gimps on Twitter. That's it. Like, any of your mates asking about this fight? Any of your mates?
No.
Like,
But the Sky Hype
casual.
train. I don't know if you got Sky Sports over there, Rob, but the Sky Hype train's pumping it out. That bloody cleverly Bellew advert, I've seen it like 100 times in like 2 days.
Tactics was on tonight.
I speak to my mates regularly, and whenever there's a big boxing match, they'll always ask me about it, and they're not asking me about this. Like Froch Groves, they was telling me about it. They'll start making predictions as if they know everything about boxing. All of a sudden, they're an expert. Like none of them have even asked me about this fight. I don't see it doing that well.
Yeah, hopefully not, because a reason I shit on it is because I see it as Hearn's trying to test the market to see if he can get away with this, so he can put on more shit pay-per-views with guys that shouldn't be pay-per-view, and try and do what Heyman does, where try and water down the market with showcases like he does on Sky, on Sky. Other than pay-per-views, what really big fights, 50-50 fights have we really had?
It's true.
We've been
This
getting
has been spread out to 4 different Sky cards with some area title fights underneath it. You would have been pretty happy with it.
Not even 4, 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, here's a question. Here's a question. Out of the Gale, Groves, McDonald, Smith, Quigg and Joshua, all A-sides, which one could possibly be an upset? Out of 6 fights, you could get one upset.
The Gale. Yeah. That's the only one. The others it's the closest fight. Groves is fighting a light middleweight. Anthony Joshua's fighting Sprott, who's shot and got knocked out in 1 round in his last fight. Who else is there? Quigg is fighting a Japanese guy with no power that no one's heard of. McDonald's fighting a flyweight from I can't remember where he's from. I think he's from Thailand. I'm not 100% sure. And who else did you say? I said all of them, didn't I?
Do you know what McDonald actually got a new opponent who's better?
Yeah, McDonald's
has he got a new opponent?
He's fighting an Argentine.
His opponent fell out, and he's fighting a guy that went 12 rounds with Moreno.
You know what? You're right. I just quickly gone on Boxrec.
Yeah, but he's only got 5 knockouts out of 20 wins though.
Yeah. I mean, the fight ain't great, but it's better than the flyweight he was fighting before.
Yeah, it's much better. Cause when I said that, I was thinking of the person he was fighting before who had over 10 losses. And, he was a flyweight. But this guy's actually not that bad. He's 20 wins, 2 losses. He lost to Moreno earlier in the year, so he's fighting for another world title. Yeah, so
I don't think any of these fights are
it's
bad.
another Argentinian, though. But, no, to be fair, I don't think he said Callum Smith. Callum Smith's actually in a decent fight. He's
that's the one.
Someone who hasn't, I don't think he's fought, I can't remember who's fought, but he's fought in decent names. He's never been knocked out.
He lost to Abraham and Beaker.
Yeah, he's lost to Beaker and Abraham, both for titles. So if Smith knocks him out, after they couldn't knock him out, it shows that Smith's power's legit.
Yeah. Can I ask a genuine question? Bob Arum has Bruce Trampler as a matchmaker, and I think the one at Golden Boy is Eric Gomez.
Yep.
So who's Eddie Hearns? Has he got a name?
He's called John Wishhausen. That's his name. And he's way more involved than people think. He's as involved day to day as Hearn. It's just Hearn's the mouthpiece.
Hearn's the face.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of him. I've never seen him or nothing.
I think
you'll see, like, he'll get mentioned in articles.
Or is he like a mini Heyman?
No, he's kind of like how Dean Powell was to Frank Warren.
Yeah.
Like, he's his matchmate.
Yeah. Dean Powell.
I think Barney Francis and all those guys at Sky have got a lot to say about everything.
Barney Francis don't give a shit.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well that's whatever. That's the rumours I hear.
Yo, can I just local Mexican? I'm just going to play devil's advocate. After what happened to Matthew Macklin and Ricky Burns, like obviously the guy who match makes match rooms fights. Sometimes he's wrong. Sometimes he fucks up.
Yeah.
So what he does is he puts the guys in against guys who are very small, so they can't get knocked out. And when you watch a fight, not for the competition element, just to see how they win. How are they going to win? That's not a fight, man. That's a freak show.
Oh, you talking about Conor Smith?
No, I'm talking about the midget that George Groves is fighting.
The mama's boy.
The small guy that Scott Quigg's fighting. Even Periban's not on the same level as DeGale. You know what I mean?
The guy Quigg's fighting is a legit super bantamweight.
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
He's not a legit.
I don't know that weight class, to be honest.
He's got like 5 knockouts, man.
Yeah, but he's not like he's moved up in weight.
Yeah, he's from the weight class.
Yeah, he's from the weight class and he's up on the rankings, so.
Yeah.
Alright, but no one's heard of him though. That's what my point was.
Can he win?
He's he's the Japanese champion. He ain't half Japanese domestic level.
Yeah. But you asked Chu, can he win? I say no, because he's got no power, so we have to win a decision, and he's not winning a decision versus Quigg when Quigg's trying to hunt down a Frampton fight.
Nah. Anyway, did I give my pick for, Bellew?
Yeah, go for it, bro. Sorry, mate.
That's right. Well, you'd be surprised to hear that I'm going for Cleverly. Yeah, I think Cleverly might stop him kind of late. Like 10, 11, around there. I think Bellew would gas. He'll do like a David Price did when he fought that, Tony Thompson. He'll just get himself so wound up by the crowd and stuff, and then he'll be gassing by 5th round, I think.
Yo, Cleverly can't stop cars at zebra crossing, so I don't know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Bellew half stops himself, and then Cleverly will just finish the job off.
You know, it's funny, you're right, actually. I've seen Bellew gas out a couple of times.
Oh yeah, he gassed out. He'll gas out.
He gassed out in that Chilemba fight, innit? The first one.
Yeah. I think he'll take it steadier, leave a bit in the gas tank.
I see, like Chi said, I see the doner kebab in him.
It's as simple as that.
But I just think he's just too emotionally, he says he's not emotionally involved, but then 2 seconds later he's screaming and, you know, he's just...
And he can't even look at him.
He can't even look at him, and he's just got a weird way about it. All he's been going on about all week, like, I'm like every man on the street, I'm like everyone at home, but the only difference is I get to punch people in the face. He's nothing like me, and he's nothing like anyone I know. So I hope Cleverly knocks him out in 1 round, but he won't. But yeah, I'm just a hater when it comes to Bellew.
Leon, did your missus got the same prediction?
I haven't let her look at the predictions yet.
Rob, what's your prediction for Bellew, Cleverly?
Same as Leon, I'm going for Cleverly. Positive attitude.
Yeah.
Nice. You gotta think it and it will happen. The thought of seeing Bellew getting knocked out it's just too good to think about.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Cool. Right, let's go quick, guys. Chew. Quick. James DeGale, Peroban.
DeGale, stoppage.
Ari.
I got DeGale decision.
Unanimous?
Yeah, unanimous. Peroban's tough. I don't think DeGale will knock him out. If he does, it'll look good on him.
Jose probably won't know about these undercard guys, so I'll skip Jose. Sorry, Jose. Leon, DeGale, Peroban.
Gale. The Gale will knock him out.
Rob?
The Gale decision.
I'll probably go for the Gale unanimous as well.
Jose probably knows the Gale.
That's true.
Yeah,
Jose?
the girl. We call her the girl here in North America.
Okay, Jose.
I'll pick the Gale. Yeah.
Jose, what's happened to you in the prediction league? You dropped a bit down, man.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? I keep on forgetting to go in and make my predictions, man. We gotta get like an auto reminder, hey, to everyone signed up.
Now, I said to Mao, suggesting that maybe like everyone that signed up, they get an email on like Friday afternoon, just to remind them to put the picks
The
in.
problem is you're paying him too much, man. You know, he's getting too comfortable. You know, you gotta make him earn it, man. He's spending all that money down there in Spain, man. So.
Phone up.
Yeah.
Phone up for it, man. Sorry, Mary, that's more work than all. But.
I know, like, Miles is pissed off now, thinking MVQ's giving me loads of work to do now.
Hey, I'm like Eddie Hearn, I'm just giving these South American guys work.
Okay, choose Scott Quigg versus the Hideyori Otaka.
Never heard of the other guy, so I'm going to be Scott Quigg.
Okay, Ari?
Sorry, what fight we're talking about?
Scott Quigg.
Why even ask?
I'm just going through them all quick, man.
That's my answer.
Okay. Leon? Quigg versus Otaka?
Matchroom. Just say Matchroom for the rest. Matchroom.
Alright, I'll leave the rest of them, apart from the Callum Smith one, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight.
Matchroom. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Smith decision.
Who's he fighting though? Everybody keeps saying the Callum Smith fight is going to be a good fight. Who is he fighting?
He's
Slavlocka.
Montenegro.
He had close fight with Abraham and with Beaker. Lost close points decision.
Were they close?
They was like
115,
113, 116, 112 sort of fight.
Yeah, I've got it up here. He's born in Serbia, lives in Montenegro. The fight against Beaker was 109, 119, 112, 118, 108, 120. But it was unanimous. It was obviously on points here. He's lost 2 fights, obviously the Beaker one and the Abraham one, but he's not got knocked out by either. Against Abraham it is 112, 116, 113, 116, 110, 119. That's a German card right there.
He put the nut on Beaker though.
You know what? I think I've seen that fight.
Beaker got retired.
Not the Beaker headbutt. I've seen the Abraham fight, and you know what? He actually, you know that Abraham goes on like his work rate's just shit.
Yeah.
That Slavlocka guy actually, I remember seeing that fight actually. He actually did good. I thought he deserved the decision. If it's the fight I'm thinking of.
I think, is that the fight after Abraham fought Stieglitz and then he had another fight straight away quite quickly?
No. This was after he beat Stieglitz.
Yeah, this is the fight before Paul Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen this one and Abraham looked like shit. That's why I picked Paul Smith. Because he looked like shit against this guy, man.
Yeah.
But is that on Abraham or is this,
I think that's on Abraham because Abraham just looks shit all the time.
It was like a 7-5 fight for Abraham.
Yeah. That's a brave fight. He's had twice as many fights as Callum Smith. But that's a little bit deeper than I was thinking it was. You know?
I think they're trying to give him rounds. And
But you know what, this guy says Locker, he also lost another fight, but he got given the decision against that Hadila Mohammadi. But he shouldn't have won that fight.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. But the one good win he's got is that Korean Giva. Do you remember that Giva guy was like being hyped up by everyone? He beat him.
I don't know.
Who's that guy?
Know who that is. I've never heard of him.
Giva was like supposed to be some sort of Golovkin kind of guy, and then he turned out to be shit.
Well, he said he's lost 9 times.
Have you got you're on the Mixer chat, Rob, yeah? Have you got like a link to this guy's box rec or shit, man?
True, I've got it. I've got it.
Yeah. Cause I might, if I see his name, it might jog a memory, but.
I would say, honestly, if Smith wins this fight in a good fashion, then you've got to start thinking he is a serious fighter.
Yeah.
This guy would be better than, this guy's better than who than most of the guys on the Gale and Groves' records.
Yeah, like I think what Ari was saying, if you can stop Szlocka, that's a big statement. That is a big statement.
This is the kind of guy you would expect the girl to be fighting for his take Izzy, but I think the girl, like I said before, I think he just wanted a name. Like, you know what I mean? We everyone knows who Paraban is. We've all seen him. I know that's what he wanted. But I'll say
Paraban was fighting Szlocka, it'd be a 50-50.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say that's a 50-50 fight.
I was about to say something about Smith before we move on. I've always thought there's something Smith's missing. I realised what it was the other day. I think it's like the problem with all Gallagher fighters. They haven't really got footwork. They all like go one way, in my opinion.
He's also missing like oxygen spot cream. That's what he's missing.
Yo, Ari,
guy's not bad acting, man.
Ari, you look for an opportunity in every show to kind of take a dig at my boy Joe Gallagher.
No. But Smith, I've been saying it since early. There's something he's missing, man. I could just tell he's not going to make it at top level, but that's me. Yes, how long is he going to stay at this weight? The guy's so big, I just don't even know how he makes the weight. He's going to have to go up to light heavyweight soon.
Right,
but it looks like, they're trying to force the Groves thing, because obviously they're going WBC route. So if Groves beats Darrell, even though I don't know if he'll beat Darrell, going off his last performance, but that's the plan.
I don't see how you get that Darrell fight.
Yeah, I think they're going to do Groves to Gale for the vacant IBF. I think things get that done.
Groves is fighting Darrell next.
I think they'll try and get out of that one, the Darrells.
They can't. He's mandatory.
They can ask for a.
They can extend it. It's the WBC. WBC don't care. They don't have no rules. But
and is that Darrell? Is he Heyman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Fuck that.
They can make Groves the Gale pay-per-view in March, April. Sell out the O2 or whatever. MEN. Make some money. That's going to make more money than Groves having to go to America to fight.
But at the same time, I don't see the IBF giving him another shot.
Nah, because he's had two already, so.
He already got a rematch that wasn't sanctioned. Well, it was sanctioned, you know what I mean? They changed the rules for him.
Maybe IBF stands for.
On IBF.
IBF stands for I beat Froch. In my head, maybe.
Oh.
Nah, but, like, listen, if.
Here's something, look. This could lead to it. Like the IBF haven't updated their rankings since September.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. That's what I was.
The ranked fighter is Christopher Rebras. Then after the Gale, the next highest ranked fighter is Rebras. So Groves could be in that higher spot now. It could be Groves the Gale for the vacant stuff.
Honestly, I skimmed through that Groves the Gas fight the other day there. That fight was close. Like that was, I'm not going to say life and death, but.
No, it wasn't close, but he made tough work with something that's supposed to be easy, yeah. And he looked weird, like, you don't expect Groves to be fine like that. He just fought so weird that you just think, what the hell's happened? And the only thing you can think of is soul might be gone.
No, the guy who doesn't have many knockouts was pushing him back and making him.
And Groves was looking flat-footed, like his style. It's just like he's forgotten everything Booth taught him. That's how I said on the post show of that.
Yeah.
Alright, here, correction guys. Groves is ranked number 5 by the IBF. And the number 2, there's no fighter rated at number 2. So.
Yeah, but number 3 is that Ramirez guy.
I guess put forward.
I don't want to
Groves.
Anyway.
I'd rather they both fight each other when they both got belts. That's why, even though I don't like Groves, I will be rooting for him against Darrell, because if the girl can get up the IBF, and then both of them in a nice big unification fight with the IBF and the WBC belts on the line.
That'd be sick.
I think in terms of like the casual fan that they're trying to get, I don't think it really makes a difference. As long as there's a world title, it's a big fight.
Yeah, I know, but for us anyway.
Yeah, I hear you.
While we're talking about Groves, does anyone think he's gonna stop the mama's boy, Dennis Duglin?
Yeah, he'll stop him. He'll take liberties with that guy.
Come on, Charlo knocked this guy out in 5 rounds. If Groves doesn't knock him out, then there's something definitely wrong with Groves.
I thought Groves was going to knock Rebras out, and
but to be fair, Rebras has never been knocked out.
He's a tough bastard.
True. And my final question, Joshua Sprott, what round start with MV2?
I think he knocks him out on the way to the ring.
him out with his stare on the weigh-in.
I think so.
I think so. I wish
where
we
the
could put money
fuck
on that.
where has Michael Sprott been?
He's been getting knocked out in Australia.
Yeah.
By 42-year-old man, wasn't it?
In one round, and they're trying to give us this bullshit about this is a good fight.
It was a good fight when it was Joshua's second fight, but now,
This was a good fight like 10 years ago.
Ari, what round?
I'm going with the first round, Cam.
Go on, shoot.
Can I just ask, when was Michael Sprott, Matt Skelton? What year was that?
I've got box rec. Hold on.
About 6-7 years ago, wasn't it?
Haven't they fought each other a couple of times?
Longer. That was almost like 8 years ago.
Was that on BBC, I bet?
ITV.
Yeah.
That was 2007, after Harrison knocked out Sprott in 3 rounds.
Skelton was already about 50 at that point. I mean...
And he lost the decision. Sprott lost that fight. And they're trying to sell us this shit. You know what? No, like I said, they fought a couple of times. He fought him in 2004 the first time, and again, Skelton knocked him out in the 12th round.
I understand they want to protect the guy for now, but come on, guy. A blind man could see that he needs a push up.
Hopefully Kevin Johnson in January, but exactly, I don't want to see it. Sprott's going to get knocked out in the first round. The first big punch Joshua fights, Sprott is on the floor like Pacquiao.
Michael shot. That is just a stupid fight. That is like...
What's the point? They keep crying about he needs rounds, and then you give him bloody Michael Sprott, and you act like it's a good fight because the casuals remember him from the Audie Harrison fight. That's what they're really banking on.
Like Rob said, that is like a life-threatening fight.
Yeah.
Oh, they would be better off just taking him out the back and shooting him than sending him in the ring.
Leon, what round?
He could do some serious damage.
Leon,
like
what round you got?
Lenny from Mason Men.
It's painful, man. It's stupid.
What round you got, Leon?
I've got within the minute and a half of the first round.
Rob?
As soon as he lands, like, he'll take him out whenever he chooses. He could keep him up on his feet for like 3 rounds and just throw the jab.
When they touch gloves, Sprott will just fall over.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Probably Sprott will ask him. Sprott will ask him for his ID first, I think, because that used to be the fucking
It's your barman. It's your
a bouncer at the
doorman.
You over 21.
You listen to an interview with Sprott, he can't even formulate a sentence.
I was just about to say that on ringside.
Oh,
I was cringing. I remember I messaged Cam. I texted Cam and I was like, "Are you hearing Sprott? The guy sounds punch drunk."
It was cringe side again, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
When
I'm seeing him like sounding muffled and shit, I'm just like, oh my god. And these guys are standing there with a smile on their face, like, where's the heart? Like, this guy's punch drunk. Obviously, most probably got some damage, and you're about to send him in there with one of the biggest punches in the division.
Yeah. Listen, all jokes aside, that guy is fucking brave.
Yeah. Fair play to him.
Yeah, like fucking.
I wonder how much his Hearn's giving him.
I was about to ask, does anyone know how much he's getting?
Nah, we don't. We never know about.
Do you think he'll get more than 100 grand?
No, I don't think he's even getting over 20.
No, he'll be getting around like 30, 40 grand based on like what other fighters get for a similar
what's that?
fight.
He'll probably take home about 15 grand once he's paid everyone and tax.
Yeah.
It's a nice Christmas present.
He'll probably have a bet on himself to go down in the first round. Retirement. But the thing is, the odds are so shit that he won't even get anything.
He'll have to win the fight to make some money.
He'll be throwing the fight to win 50 quid.
Oh, shit.
Alright, guys. If you guys have got no other things you want to talk about, should we just get some final thoughts, do the chat room roll call and get out of here?
Yeah. Why are you pushing us, Cam?
I've been up since 6 o'clock, man. I'm pretty tired, man.
I woke up at 4 o'clock to get a flight home. Knackered.
Oh, do you come back today from your holiday?
Where'd you go?
I went to Canary Islands.
Oh shit. Where's that?
That's like...
Isn't that close?
No, it's 4.5 hours. Like, it's near Africa.
Oh.
Isn't that one of those swingers resorts, Leon?
Behave yourself now, Rob.
Alright, we'll get some final thoughts. MVQ, you got any final thoughts? Just
Just 2 seconds, I'm just waiting for boxing scene just to load up. Come back to me if you want. 10 seconds.
I'll come back to you. Ari, you've not got no final thoughts, have you?
No, I've got something. And I knew you were going to say that.
Go ahead.
And I thought, I'm surprised you didn't bring this up, but a Falabi Hernandez fight's going to be on Channel 5.
I don't
Shout
know
out
about
to
this.
Mick Hennessy. It's going to be on Channel 5 December the 6th.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so hopefully our boy Afolabi can get that win, yeah. And I bet you if Afolabi wins that, Hearn will put him in with the winner of Bellew Cleverly straight away.
But is he Hennessy fighter?
No, it's just Hennessy. It's like how he did with the Hall fight. Murray fight. He's just, obviously, he ain't got fighters no more. All he's got really is Galahad. And he's got these dates, so he's selling these dates out. And Afolabi fights on it, and I think David Price is going to be on undercard as well.
Oh yeah.
The thing about that is, like, Hernandez didn't really look that great in his last fight against Fiat Aslan.
That's what I'm hoping Afolabi can do it.
Yeah. Cause he started off well, but he gassed halfway through, after that 4th round, so maybe, cause Afolabi's, he can do 12 rounds quite easy, so.
Yeah, he's a beast.
In my opinion, he beat Huck at least once.
Oh, at least, maybe twice, I think.
Yeah. So.
But you ain't gonna beat Huck but he's left, Sauerland now, isn't he? Huck.
Has he? Huck.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's he up to now?
Have you ever heard Afolabi? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Ari. Have you ever heard Afolabi talk about Golovkin? It's on LA Setback.
Yeah, he sparred him again. He sparred him. He said he's the hardest punch. He sparred.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a middleweight versus a cruiserweight.
Fucking hell.
That's fucking unreal.
You don't want to be saying that. You might get all those crazy people phoning you up about, being a hype gobbler and stuff. I'll go boxing voice on you.
My boy in the Maniac. Leon, you got any final thoughts?
The Maniac needs to phone him one time. When you got?
Yeah, we should get him on. He would be good for a laugh.
No, I like Sean. I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, but I like him. Sorry.
I like him. I can just wind him up about Cotto, because I don't like Cotto, so that'd just be good to see how quickly we could get him to start screaming.
What, you got any final thoughts, Leon?
No.
Rob, final thoughts?
Just don't order the pay-per-view, find a stream.
Team stream.
Send out the streams, Rob. Tweet them out.
Chew, did you find any?
Don't.
Did you find any final thoughts on boxing scene?
I saw something in boxing scene today, man. It was Terence Crawford open to facing Danny Garcia next. Man,
yes, please.
That would just be like the two fighters I hate the most.
What you hate Crawford for?
Because he beat Burns?
Oh, because of Burns. Oh shit, I never thought that.
Come on. Because that's Daniel Lund's favourite fighter as well.
Oh, I like Crawford.
I'll be honest with you, I like Crawford as well, but
yeah.
He's never going to be a favourite of mine after what he done to my boy Ricky. And but I'll tell you right now, I think he beats Danny.
Oh, I think he beats Danny.
Right.
Angles, he can give him angles and box outside, do you think?
Yeah.
If Nez was here right now, he'd be saying, remember everybody said that about Matisse?
No, but this is a different style.
Yeah. He's a proper, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what Crawford's like in the higher weights though. You've got to see what Crawford's like in the higher weight because Garcia's probably naturally a welterweight. And
but he's massive at lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah, right enough, man. I mean,
Garcia's got real power.
Yeah, if Gamboa can buzz him, then you never know what Garcia can do to him right enough.
Yeah, if Garcia closes his eyes at the right moment and swings the right punch, he might.
For me, like, Gamboa was a good style matchup for Crawford, but I got a feeling that he's going to go back to his safety first style against Beltran, and I think that Beltran fight's going to be a bit of a shit fight, to be honest.
Yeah.
And we think them Omaha guys are going to start booing.
I don't know if they'll boo, but I don't think it's going to be that same atmosphere it was against Gamboa.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, because when Gamboa touched him, I don't think he felt he had superpower, so he tried to walk through him a bit, didn't he? And then got a little bit buzzed, but then he got to him in the end.
And obviously, we all know that Gamboa's got a bad chin, so obviously, it's easy to look good against Gamboa.
I think Beltran's showing up to lose. I think he's going to take him out in 3 rounds.
Do you think so?
Yeah, Crawford's going to take him out. It's levels again. It's like the fight with, it'll be like a Peterson against Matisse kind of thing. He'll just go in and beat him up.
I actually disagree, man. I think Beltran's underrated. I think,
Yeah, Beltran is underrated, but but I think Crawford's going to take him out. You know what, there's a debate that these two are the best two lightweights in the world because Beltran did legitimately beat Ricky Burns.
Yeah,
he
was underrated when he went to Scotland, that's for sure, wasn't it, Chew?
That's true. I mean...
No, he wasn't underrated. Everyone knew he was going to win that fight, to be honest.
These guys they're fighting over, Ricky Burns' soul.
Oh, shit.
Like the Ring magazine belt.
Poor Burns.
Well, I mean, it's only fair because Ricky Burns took enough souls, so it's karma.
Yeah.
Like, you still got that Puerto Rican guy's hand somewhere.
I still think Hearn went to that guy's corner in like the 4th round and was like, look, I'll give you extra 50k. Get him out of there. And then they whispered to him in like Spanish or whatever in like the 5th round. And then in the 6th round he did the work.
Man,
that shit was too random, man. He was beating him up.
And took his soul.
All he had to do was dance around for like 5 rounds and he would have won.
Aye, and then then Eddie Hearn's turned round to them, 50k, yeah, pesetas. Not dollars.
Not pounds.
Look, definitely not pounds. Fuck that. But, nah, whatever happened to Ricky Burns, eh? Fucking hell, man.
Just past prime, he did good for what he had, like, I don't want to say him, but I never really rated him that high.
Now that he beat Warren in court, he took Warren's soul in court.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I forgot about that.
To be fair, you say that, Rob, but if we really want to get into it, it's really a Warren one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because even though it says that Warren owes him 2 million or whatever it is, it's actually not Warren, it's the promotion, and that promotion's already in liquidation, so he's not going to get anything from it.
Yeah. Well, Warren was suing him for 2 million, and he didn't win, so basically Burns won the case.
Yeah, but I heard, Burns still hasn't paid him management fees for the previous fights, and it ranks up to like 83,000 or something like that.
The thing is, like, they'll find a way where, like, they'll come to some agreement where if Burns don't put in a complaint with the Board of Control, then he won't have to pay him.
Oh, okay.
What a fucking scumbag Frank Warner's. Honestly.
The thing that came out in that's been rumoured for a long time, that has never been public, is about making fighters take their gloves off and sign contracts before they go into the fight. That rumour's been out there for a long time, and finally, like, it's written that's fact, that's something that he's done, and that's absolutely disgusting.
That's why I love Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson didn't take any of that shit, he just fucking laid one on Frank. And I need to be careful what you say about Frank Warren, because
he'll sue you quick.
He will sue you.
Yeah.
He will find a way to fucking creep up on you in your lunch break.
Cam will get one of them emails tomorrow.
Yeah, guys, the thoughts of MV2 are his own, and not of the Boxing Coalition.
Aye. You'll fucking rock up to me
Frank and his retard son. That's what I'll say.
Oh, Frank. Let me say this about Frank on
I'll call Francis Fredo, but he's like Fredo Corleone.
Oh my god.
The gimp son nobody wanted.
Oh shit, alright Rob.
Okay. They're the sorts of Rob and Rob alone.
And not of the Boxing Coalition. I think we should end it
or
there.
Or me.
Or Leon, yeah. But let me quickly do the chat room roll call. Basilius, me, Just, Monocle, Ari Gold, AJN83, Judge Ricky Burns, Jack Captain, Chinaman, BRD Hay, JP Supermerc, Mount Alpha, TBE Chef, Beast Mode, Flowmobot, The 17, Nick G, Casual Fan, MV2, Adam Lane, Joe Said It's True, London Box, Die Hard Casual Fan, N Cafety, and about 15-20 guests. Chat's been really popping today, man. Really active chat. Chew, Ari.
Do you think Frank Warren will sue me for saying that he sues people?
Probably.
Anyway, sorry, Cam.
I was going to say, Chew, Ari, Leon, Rob, thanks for being on the show. We'll be back next week.
No worries.
Peace.
No worries.
You just listened to the Boxing Coalition.
Oh, dude, man, I love boxing. I fucking love boxing.
A big shout out to the Boxing Coalition.
Chemo got this Boxing Coalition shit going on.
Who the fuck is Ringside Raw?
I'm Ringside Robert, guys.
Hey, if you're a casual fan, go fuck yourself, man.
Daniel, don't take the backseat of the car while you're driving it. That could be dangerous.
First time I hear the show, man, it was fucking badass.
Vamos a Argentina, la concha de su madre.
I see the bomb in them.
You can't come at the Lebanese prince.
Hey, I'm the Arab prince, motherfucker, so I can talk whatever I want, yeah?
I'm never surprised with anything Bob Arum says. I just hope he dies, son.
Do you want to be entertained or you want to see the best fight?
Both.
Yeah,
oh, shit, you just want it all, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what casual fans want.
Fuck you, man.
You used all your bandwidth this month on the Boxing Coalition. That's what that was.
Hey, come on, man. Don't be jealous, man.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. Fuck that shit. I'm jealous.
How about you tell us what you weighed for your final thoughts?
My weight?
Thank you for listening to the Boxing Coalition. We are live every Monday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK time, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.
It's as simple as that.